West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to the show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero.
Oh, he's done it again.
Steal the show. Or even start a new club.
A 40-70 season.
You can meet the moment and exceed the hype. You can write a new chapter of history and let your city dream again. This season, anything can happen.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and to support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Our South Carolina story is told through love. We always felt the need to take a moment for ourselves, and the ocean has always drawn us closer. Charleston was such a romantic destination, with its ancient oaks and beautiful walking paths through town. But we love hiking too, and Greenville gave us a perfect view. This is our South Carolina story. What's yours?
Brilliant again. She just...
Preparations have begun as the world's best players set their sights on the tournament. Anything that you might do, I'm gonna do too.
The atmosphere is building here in the stadium, particularly this coming out.
Well, it means a lot to the community. It means enhancing the community. We are so pleased and so proud of the fact that the Braves are involved and participating in its upkeep and making sure that when we come here, we can be all very pleased and very happy about the way it's being kept and the offerings that it has to the community.
Man, we're here at a beautiful Adams Park where they just revealed the Hank Aaron statue. Again, the greatest of all time, creating opportunities. Henry Aaron, Billy Aaron, they're doing it once again with partnership with the Atlanta Braves. An unbelievable moment in this part of Adams Park.
Big things for our kids, just to have the inspiration that, you know, maybe one day they can be the next Hank Aaron. So I'm really proud of what the city has done for the community.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Much in the air. So much in the air. I'm scared. Cause it doesn't mean so much in the air. Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me?
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. I'm not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree.
He's made it to 20, he's gone. Touchdown! This is it, they have to score here.
We're getting underway for it.
Walk off home run. Here's a shot to the right side. This is shaping up to be a strike right side too. Oh! Welcome to Lebanon, Tennessee, and inside of Noakes Lassiter Stadium. I'm Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson here with me. College football coming to you live from the home of the Cumberland University Phoenix, and they will try to fend off the Reinhardt University Eagles today in a thrilling tilt on the Southeast Sports Network. We'll have all of the action for you between these two sides, what promises to be a really good one. They're getting through the coin toss right now. A quick look at what we've seen so far this season from these two. Reinhardt is undefeated, 1-0. They won their season opener at home, looked really good against Florida Memorial, and Lorenzo Robinson will have more on that in just a moment. Cumberland Phoenix dropped their season opener on the road, but they were at Tennessee Tech, which is a pretty powerful, pretty formidable FCS program, so a really good test to start the year for that side. And Lorenzo, we'll get into it first with our players to watch, and we're keeping it simple since it's so early in the season. We're going to highlight the quarterbacks. So I'm going to bring you in now, and we'll talk about the quarterback for the Reinhardt University Eagles. It's Taylor Jackson. He's been so good over his time playing NAIA football. Transferred from Brevard College in the Tornadoes. Threw for 247 yards last week and was the AAC Player of the Week.
AAC Player of the Week, and Taylor Action Jackson did what he does best, making plays, making it happen. Very confident football player. He can get it done in a variety of different ways, and a veteran player that seems to be putting it all together for the Eagles.
He's been really good, and of course, we can't just look at one quarterback, but the home team is going to rely on the arm and active legs of Zach Holtzclaw. Threw for 34 yards last week against the Golden Eagles of Tennessee Tech. He's a junior, originally from Dawsonville, Georgia. 5'11", has a nice arm, and we're going to see what the Dawson County High product can do today. This is really the start of his test as a quarterback this season against a formidable NAIA opponent. What can he do against this Reinhardt Eagles side, and what does this defense have to do to contain a guy who's had so much success in his collegiate career?
Yeah, but he's a little bit of an unknown when it comes to going up against NAIA competition. His first game being against a D1 team. You can't really take too much of what he did in that game and hold it against him. After winning the quarterback battle that he did over the course of camp, we're going to learn a lot about Holtzclaw in this game.
And we're almost ready for the kickoff. As we get this game started, we will meet the offense and defense of both sides. Right now, these players are ready to go, and the home crowd is fired up. Letting us hear it early, the Phoenix will kick away to the Reinhardt University Eagles. The Phoenix are wearing their home burgundies on the right side of your screen. Down on the left, wearing their white road unis with navy pants. The Reinhardt University Eagles, after receiving the kick, they'll drive from left to right in this opening quarter.
And the man back deep to return it for the Reinhardt Eagles, number 16, Tyrus McKee, a returning NAIA All-American, holds the NAIA record in return touchdowns. We're going to see if he can make magic happen yet again for the Eagles back deep.
We're ready to go. The place kicker has the ball set on the 35-yard line of the Cumberland Phoenix. Welcome to Lebanon, Tennessee. If you're just joining us, I'm Gabriel Schrei here with Lorenzo Robinson. Thrilled to have you along for the ride as kickoff will put us underway between Cumberland University and the Eagles of Reinhardt, who are on the road from Georgia trying to topple this Tennessee side. Kickoff drilled and rolls back to the 10-yard line where it's picked up. He's across the 15, the 20. Lots of traffic, has a convoy, and he's trapped at the 30. So nice, decent opening field position for Reinhardt's Eagles.
Yes, and you can see already the threat of Tyrus McKee back deep to return, making Cumberland adjust the way that they kick it off. That was a squib kick. You don't want to give him a running start.
Well, real quick, while we have just a second, let's get to know the offense of the Reinhardt University Eagles. And it all starts with the quarterback. We already met Taylor Jackson. The big guys up front are Lyle Daniels, Pinky Howers, and Calhoun. Receivers, Rice, Curtis. The running backs, Walker and Colbert. And the tight end, Davis.
I'm looking at Jock Holbert, number 5, the running back, to make a big statement here today.
Right up inside, Reinhardt rolling forward, and a nice gain on the first play of the game for Ja. Couldn't quite slip away, and it looks like as he steps backwards, they're going to put him back right beyond the original line of scrimmage.
Now, this is going to be an interesting test for this Reinhardt team, a team that's known for trying to impose their will by running the football. But this front for Cumberland, massive, so many different players that are going to get a chance to hold the fort down and try to stop this running game.
Now to the close side. Hit and goes down immediately. Nowhere to go. Nice little carry, and quickly meeting the defensive side of things for Cumberland's Phoenix. Up front, it's Clark, Jones, and Miller. The linebackers, Mamouni, Harris, Denton. The defensive backs, Smith, Johnson, Hill, Sufrant, and Hannah. Third down and a long 6. We'll call it a mid-range 7 here, Lorenzo.
But again, you see what this Cumberland front is going to be able to do in this game. They are not going to make anything easy for Reinhardt on the ground. It's going to come down to a lot of Taylor Jackson third downs, I feel.
Jackson throws quickly. Passes caught at the line to gain. 1st and 10, Reinhardt Eagles. 3 plays and they move the chains, and that's very efficient. Last season they were great moving the ball. Reinhardt's offense so far, they scored 49 points in their first outing, but that'll continue their great job of converting on third downs.
See Taylor Jackson immediately looking for Jordan Gant. Gant leading the team in receiving in week 1, looking for an encore in week 2.
Jackson the give right up inside, and a nice 7-yard gain, maybe a long 6, and we'll call it 2nd down and 4.
That's what the Eagles want to do. They want to just steadily continue to impose their will, chip away at that defensive front.
You know, they introduced the VAR spotting for the first time in the NFL this year during the Hall of Fame game, and it got quite the uproar on Twitter. And I was so against it. But, you know, I do high school football every week. I do college football almost every week during the season. And the amount of times the officials just take 2 steps forward or backwards from where I think the ball should be is wild. Jackson, there is a great pass downfield beyond midfield, almost to the 30-yard line of the Phoenix.
In that connection, Jackson again, it went so well for Reinhardt in week 1. Yet again, doing the same in week 2. Jordan Gant able to get open and Taylor Jackson finding him.
Huge catch for Jordan Gant deep downfield. Gant 53 yards and a score in week 1. Jackson from the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of the Phoenix. Cumberland defense crashing down on that offensive line, and they're able to stop him at the line of scrimmage this time.
And again, a Reinhardt team that's known for trying to impose their will by running downhill. Anytime Reinhardt's able to convert deep down the field through the air, it puts so much pressure on defenses because now you can't stack the box to stop this formidable rushing attack.
2nd down and long.
Reinhardt having both all-conference running backs in the backfield at the same time.
Right up the middle. Great blocking as he parts the sea and nearly pushes through that final layer to move the chains. Almost 10 yards for Colbert.
I will say that run shows the development of Ja Colbert over the course of his career. Came to Reinhardt as more of a gadget guy, get him in space. Every single season he gets bigger and stronger, and that has allowed him to be able to really hold up running the ball between the tackles.
Really impressive vision. Great read on the good blocks up front by Daniels, Pinky, and Hollers. They clear out just enough space up there amongst Jones, Clark, and Miller to get him forward. 3rd and short situation. Jackson from the shotgun. There's the give. Great carry again. He's hit at the line and stays on his feet down inside of the red zone to the 15 of the Phoenix. 1st and 10 Reinhardt Eagles who are into the red zone.
So we saw lightning in Ja Colbert. How about thunder in Jamarion Walker running through a few guys to not just get the 1st down, but almost get his team near the goal line.
This offense is now threatening deep in the red zone at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles. Fakes the give, it's a keeper. Laser to the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Reinhardt University Eagles. They jump out to an early lead on the road.
And I don't believe you can ask for a better first drive if you're the Reinhardt Eagles. Effectively running the football, getting both of your all-conference running backs involved. Taylor Jackson taking advantage through the air. Eagles clicking on all cylinders so far offensively.
Great start for Reinhardt University, who is leading 6-0 on the road. Still 10 minutes to play in this first quarter.
Anytime you're on the road, really want to try to execute on that first drive and take the crowd out of it early. So far, so good for the Eagles.
Snap is good, hold is good. PAT, this one sails up away and between the uprights. That'll make it 7-0 here in Lebanon, Tennessee, where Reinhardt has jumped out to an early lead over the Cumberland Phoenix. We'll break and return in just a moment on SESN. Tennessee. It's an early Reinhardt University Eagle lead, 7-0, with 10:03 to play in our first, as they march down the field and score right away, Lorenzo.
Absolutely, and now we're going to get a chance to see this Cumberland offense take the field for the first time. Still looking for their first touchdown of the season. You would expect to see them come out with a lot of energy early on.
This is sent away. Cumberland will work right to left. Bobbled on the goal line across the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. There's a flag down, midfield stripe, the opposing 40, and he's finally dragged down after a 60-yard return for the Phoenix. Will it stand?
We'll see a little bit of laundry on the field, but Cumberland trying to flip momentum towards their side. Unfortunately for them, it does seem like it might go against the Phoenix.
We'll see what the call is. Head referee is looking to the opposing sideline, and it looks like he's going to let us know. Here is the audio.
Holding on the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
And so not only does that wipe away that big return, they lose a couple of yards from where that foul was. Really just mediocre starting field position after that, Lorenzo.
Yeah, pretty normal starting at the 25-yard line. Definitely something that you did not want to see if you're a fan of the Phoenix. But now we'll get a chance to see if this offense can drive the full length of the field. Thus far this season, they have not been able to do that. Again, going up against Tennessee Tech, not an easy task for anyone in the NAIA.
It's a crazy way to start the year. 1st and 10, Holtzclaw in the shotgun. Fakes the give and quickly whipped across. Caught, 5-10 yards, and that moves the chains on the first play of the game for the Cumberland Phoenix.
And that was a great play call for Cumberland because they are built on the ground as well, just like Reinhardt. Cumberland last season, 4th in the country in rushing yards per game, but Holtzclaw getting it done through the air to move the chains.
And this one is given to the left side, sliding off of would-be tacklers, a huge gain of 20 yards.
And that's Jacob Cornyo, their starting running back, and he figures to have a tremendous season for Cumberland, someone that they're going to rely on heavily this season.
We'll see if we can meet the offense of Cumberland after this play. They're running the hurry up, but I was going to introduce you to the starting 11 on offense. 1st and 10, man in motion, it's the big guy. Holtzclaw from the shotgun, gives it left tailback. Nice blocking by the left guard and center. Stays on his feet across the 35 and tackled down. A nice gain of 7 yards on that play. Let's get to know the starting offense before they get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's the 11 to get the nod for the Cumberland Phoenix in their first home game. Up front, it's Toll at center, Fisher Nelson on the right, Martin Sanchez on the left, quarterback Holtzclaw, Cornejo at tailback, Payne, Finch, Hatchet, and Posh, all trying to move the ball for this offense of the Phoenix. 2nd down, short yardage situation. Driving up inside, the defensive line driven backwards and able to trap him is Rivers. Gets some help from that second level as well.
Cumberland ran the ball so effectively last season. You know that they're going to try to get downhill and wear on this Reinhardt defensive line. It's going to be a great test on both sides.
3rd and short. 3 out wide, 2 on the far side. That's the right for Holtzclaw. He gives it on the end around. Easy first down yardage. 30-20. Still going into the red zone and shut down at the last moment by the Reinhardt Eagles.
First down.
And there was no question who was going to get that ball for Cumberland. 3rd and short. Number 0 is going to tote the rock. Already getting the Phoenix into the red zone.
Center Alabama native, the sophomore, had 27 yards against the Golden Eagles of Tennessee Tech last week to open the season. First and 10 from inside of the red zone. Cornejo takes it again, hit from behind, and able to roll forward for an impressive 5-yard gain, even as he's tackled down inside.
And he's a north-south runner. He's always going to try to fall forward for those extra yards. So if you're Reinhardt defensively, you got to hit him early and hit him often if you're going to be able to slow him down. Right now, he has dictated the physicality to the Reinhardt defense.
Second and medium. Faked the give to Cornejo, and the toss is knocked incomplete on a great defensive play by Reinhardt. Put that right into the hands of his intended target, and Brighton Peters, the senior from Gadsden, knocks that one out.
If you're an offensive coordinator, you want to try to get those play action attempts by using your running game, being able to force the defense to start stepping up and opening up some opportunities for you through the air.
Damian Deloney trying to guide the defense from the line of scrimmage, the big guy. Third and medium. Holtzclaw from the shotgun. Pocket breaks immediately. Tossed. He's got room. Touchdown. Cumberland responds right away. It's a 1-point game.
And that was a nifty little toss by Holtzclaw there. Just a little flick of the wrist, giving it to his man who runs it into the end zone. And early on, it seems like we may have a shootout on our hands, folks.
Yeah, that's a quick start for these two sides, as it's already a 1-point game. 6:43 to play in our first.
And the key word for every offensive attack when it comes to what they want to see in the first drive, execution.
Snap and hold are good. This one is sent up away and between the uprights to make it 7-0 with 11 in Tennessee between the Reinhardt Eagles and the Phoenix of Cumberland. Back in Lebanon, Tennessee, between the Phoenix of Cumberland and the Reinhardt Eagles, where we're deadlocked 7 apiece. Polk scored on the opening drive for Reinhardt, a toss from Taylor Jackson. He had 247 yards last week, starts hot on the road.
Watch out, they're kicking it back deep from McKee.
10-20, 25, takes a big shot and goes down. Cumberland diving like they were going to be able to get the football out of there. He was smoked and slow to rise. Hopefully he's all right.
That was a huge vote of confidence for that kickoff team, that kick coverage team for Cumberland. Teams usually stray away from kicking it back deep to Tyrus McKee because of what he can do with the ball in his hands. But right there, not only did they kick it back deep to him, but they laid a lick on him as well.
First and 10, Reinhardt Eagles looking to repeat the success of that first drive. Jackson 3 for 3 for 44 yards and a touchdown. And the tailbacks, who are working up inside again for 5 yards, looked really good as well. Colbert had 4 for 16, Walker 2 for 9.
And that was Ethan Rice in at quarterback. Ethan Rice is an athlete for Reinhardt who masquerades sometimes as a quarterback capable of running the football between the tackles. Someone that comes in and gives them a different look at that signal caller spot.
Always such a nice piece. That package is so interesting when they run it.
Unpredictable as well because he is a quarterback capable of throwing the football, so you don't want to sell out against the run, but he's such a great athlete.
Second and medium. And this one results in an immediate flag. I think Reinhardt made a great decision.
Yeah, and Reinhardt went with the RPO there, but Cumberland was all over it, not only on the ground, but through the air as well.
Well, I thought for a minute that was going to be defensive pass or offensive pass interference. But instead, it's offside against the defense, so a freebie for the Eagles. It looked like, to me, that was going to be DPI or OPI. I can't get it right, can I? OPI, because he shoved the defensive back away from an easy INT right there.
Yeah, but I think that the offsides is probably what overrides it. You could tell from Taylor Jackson's immediate reaction that he knew it was a free play. So that's probably why he tried to get it over there, just seeing if you can steal one.
1st and 10, Jackson from the shotgun. Tailback Colbert steps up alongside him, now back deep again. Jackson gives it. Colbert escapes a pair of defenders in the backfield. Taylor Jackson throws a block, stopped just beyond the line of scrimmage for a short gain, and it's 3rd down.
And that might have been one of the more entertaining 2-yard runs that I've seen. Jock Colbert making a few Cumberland defenders miss. They had 3 guys into the backfield when the ball snapped, but Colbert turning something out of nothing there.
2nd and 8, 5 minutes to play in our first quarter. Deadlocked 7-all between these two. Football on the 41-yard line of the Eagles. Line to gain is the 49. Jackson from the shotgun distributes. This is bobbled and dropped. 3rd down and 8.
And that was tremendous defense by number 28, Daniel Dogan. Now, if there was an area for Reinhardt's offensive attack to improve upon from last season, it's definitely execution on 3rd down. These were situations that definitely eluded that Reinhardt offense at times last year.
Reinhardt Eagles, they've already converted a crucial 3rd and 10 to start their first drive. Can they get 8? Looking for the 49-yard line. Flag flies. Jackson tosses. This one incomplete.
That's incomplete. Flag on the play.
And we'll see what the call is.
To the naked eye, would appear to be an offsides on Cumberland. Those guys that have been creeping up for blitzes seeming to be a little bit too excited down there in the box.
Here's our head referee.
Offside. Only defense, number 7. Lines up in the neutral zone. Side to appeal to the proven spot. Repeat. 3rd down.
And so they do call that against big number 7, Kanan Hill, playing that like hammer position. He's the 5th defensive back and can rove around a little bit.
But if I'm Coach Mathis, I'm telling my guys, hey, we have to give ourselves a chance. We're getting this offense off the field. We can't allow them to have another opportunity to convert.
Here it is on 3rd and short, and right near the line to gain, Lorenzo at the 49, and the FAR official takes a half step back. It would have been there.
It's always interesting to see which line are we going to go with, whose call is going to be the one that matters most. Unfortunately for the Eagles, it's the far side official that they decide to go with. And this is a big-time moment here. We'll see what Coach Miller decides to do.
It looks like the punt unit coming on for the Reinhardt Eagles.
Coach Miller deciding not to go too aggressive here in the first quarter, playing the field position game.
Punt is away. Rolls back over the 15, 10-5, stopped by the Eagles inside of the 5. Cumberland's touched the ball, and this one is fielded there. So he'll roll forward for a couple of yards. That was kind of awkward. And keep them out of the shadows of the goalpost.
And it looked like Reinhardt may have downed it at the 1-yard line, and then the return man ripped it away from the defender and rolled forward for a few yards. Great job by him having the presence of mind to help his team get out the shadow of the end zone.
Holtzclaw on that first drive, 2 for 3, 24 yards and a touchdown. All 24 yards taken up by, who else? Number 3 had a pair of catches, looked really good, Caden Hatchett. And of course on the ground, 5 carries, 51 yards for Cornejo, who is just unstoppable.
Unstoppable might be putting it mildly.
I know you were impressed with him right away.
One of your prototypical north-south runners, he's trying to get downhill and impose his will.
To the far side, Hatchett has some blockers down over the 20, and that'll move the chains. 1st and 10 again for Cumberland.
And Caden Hatchett, another playmaker in this Cumberland offense, someone that Coach Mathis will not be shy about getting involved. Someone who can go deep and run routes and do all of those things, but also, as we saw there, someone who you just want to get in space and just give him the ball and let him do the rest, moving the chains for the Phoenix.
First and 10. Nice carry by Cornejo as he's toppled with a shoelace tackle after a gain of 7 yards. So many games happening around the country today. Lorenzo St. Thomas, a 55-7 win over the University of Fort Lauderdale. Siena Heights falls by 1 point to St. Francis, 21-20. Defiance College of Ohio, a 40-20 win over Judson. Kentucky Christian Brevard, no final in yet on that one. Campbellsville and Weber International, 31-7. And they've got 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Campbellsville, Kentucky, of course, in the lead. To the close side, Cornejo got him by the ankle as he's dragging himself with one hand. I mean, what a carry.
But what a tackle in space by number 8, Braylon Jones, to bring him down. He wrapped him up and would not let him go.
That level of determination, running over, boiling with rage. That's some old-fashioned carrying the football. You don't see that a lot anymore. I mean, he's got him by the leg. He's got one hand planted on the ground, and he's trying to hop along with one arm and one leg. Short yardage situation. Right up the middle, he's got a seam over the 40. Holtzclaw, 1st and 10.
And we saw him get it done through the air in that first drive. How about Holtzclaw on the ground, converting the 3rd down and helping the Phoenix continue to move the chains?
Really, really nice carry. First and 10, Holtzclaw fakes the give, quick pass, caught, 5 yards, almost 10 as he dives over the midfield stripe, we'll call it 9. Down to the 48-yard line, they need the 47 of the Eagles to move the chains.
And these are the type of series that are hard for defenders to continue to wrestle with, because it seems like play after play after play, we're just continuing to get on the line, come off, get on the line, come off. Getting it little by little may be what you need to do to force this Reinhardt team into some tough situations.
Ole Miss came through with a 30-23 win over Kentucky. Cornejo gets the first down on a 4-yard gain. Clemson's losing to Troy right now. Troy unranked, Clemson number 8. It's 2016 with 3 to play in the third quarter.
Really?
Yeah. South Florida and Florida are within 1 point. It's 16-15. South Florida's got the ball with 5 minutes to play.
That doesn't surprise me. South Florida's pretty.
Clemson. South Florida Bulls are fun.
But Clemson, wow.
Hang in there, Clemson. Hang in there.
Sorry to any Clemson fans watching at home.
Hang in there, Clemson fans watching at home. 1st and 10.
They're not going to run a play here.
It's a lie. That will end our first quarter from the campus of Cumberland University in Lebanon, Tennessee. It's 7-7 after 1 quarter of play between the Eagles of Reinhardt and the Phoenix of Cumberland on the Southeast Sports Network.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. He can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. I'm not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
Back in Lebanon, Tennessee. Long ball down the sideline and no flag. I don't think the Cumberland Phoenix fans like it.
They definitely didn't like that one, and that was Carter Hicks in on defense. He was running with the receiver and broke up the pass, and immediately you saw the entire Cumberland sideline looking at the ref and asking for a flag. It's a bang-bang play, though. That's really tough on referees to try to determine which way to go with it. If this game was being played at Reinhardt, I bet we wouldn't hear anything being said right now, but
probably not a thing. The home fans let them have it immediately.
And you got to give it to them, right? They're trying to rally their team and stand behind them. They see the entire sideline saying the same thing, so at least we see the Phoenix and their fans all on the same page.
Here's the snap, Holtzclaw, quick throw. This one is incomplete, and maybe better for him that he dropped it. He would have lost his helmet right there.
And that was 2 passes in a row for Cumberland. But when I have a running back running the way that Corneo has been running throughout this game, I try to get him involved early in series. So curious about the decision there to take him pretty much out the game in these first 2 plays. Take the ball out of his hands.
Got a player slow to rise. Hopefully he's all right. Talked about a couple of scores in the NCAA and NAIA around the country. Ohio State was able to handle Grambling State today, hold off the 70-0 win, just hung in there down to the wire in that one.
Hanging in the balance always.
Tennessee also really had to hang in there against the Bucks, 72-17 against East Tennessee State.
Nip and tuck.
We just, AstroTurf just took a brand new field over there from the MLB Speedway Classic in Bristol, Tennessee, and retrofitted it to be brand new for their baseball team. Congrats to them. Ready to get back underway. Holtzclaw on 3rd down. Great throw over the middle. That'll move the chains. What a toss. What a snag.
And again, we see Caden Hatchett getting involved. He took a jet sweep for a 1st down earlier in this drive. Now moving the chains with the reception.
That's a great catch. Great job moving the chains. Holtzclaw gives it. Cornejo brought it back to the close side and tried to make a move and goes down. So a short gain for the Phoenix, just beyond the line of scrimmage. They'll get 5.
But runs like that is why I would try to get him involved in early downs, because so far, every time he touches the ball, it's a guaranteed at least 4 yards. You can't ask for a better start to the series than that.
Second down, fakes the give, and this one is incomplete, sailing errantly over the middle third medium.
And even though that one felt incomplete, that's what handing the ball off early gives you the chance to do, being able to pull it and try to take advantage of the defense stepping up.
Deadlocked at 7, 13:30 to play in our first half. The Phoenix, third and medium from just beyond the Reinhardt 30. End around, he's got the blocker in Cornejo. Hatchett runs over a man. That should move the chains. 1st and 10, Cumberland.
And Nick Saban had a saying years ago, when you get into tough situations, third downs, red zone, goal line situations, you're not thinking of plays, you're thinking of players. Getting that ball to Caden Hatchett on third down seems to be a recipe for success thus far for Cumberland.
Couldn't agree more. That's worked very, very well for them thus far. Holtzclaw. Laser, rainbowed for the end zone, and the flag looks like PI against the Eagles. Markel Sutton is all over him, staying with him, hassling Isaiah O'Neal, the sophomore from Franklin, and the flag hits the turf.
That's actually going to be number 3, Brighton Peters, it looks like, at corner. And for the coverage, it seemed to be hand fighting going both ways, but that flag came out very early, so the ref extremely convinced that Peters was the one who initiated the contact.
Holding. Defense number 3.
Call is against Peters. And I'm not sure that's a bad decision. There are a lot of times you'd hear people kind of let a kid like that have it. But I think if you're coach, you say, hey, listen, that's a touchdown-saving penalty. I'd rather give up the yardage and live to fight another down.
Hey, 10 yards or 6 points, your choice. I'm taking the 10 yards every time. But again, that one, when it came out, is kind of what interests me, because to the naked eye, it did appear to be contact going both ways, but the ref convinced that Peters was impeding O'Neal's progress there.
End around. There's the give. Great fake as that one goes right up the middle for a short gain of about a yard and makes it 2nd and goal from the 9.
So on those first 2 drives, we saw Cumberland just line down and run plays. Now they're starting to open up their playbook a little bit, running guys in motion. Right there, a little return motion, trying to get this Reinhardt defense to think about some different things defensively and force them to cover the entire field.
Second and goal. Cornejo right up the middle, almost gets to the 5 as he's dragged down at the 6. Again, great blocking between the tackles by Martin, Toll, and Fisher, who dig out some space from Sanford. You've got Deloney down in there, and of course Rivers making life difficult.
But Cumberland, they're not shy. They're going to try to run right at this Reinhardt defensive line. Again, a team that was 4th in the entire country in rushing yards per game a year ago.
Holtzclaw for the end zone, and it's batted away by Peters. So it'll now become 4th and goal for the Phoenix, who send on their kick unit.
And a touchdown saving play there from Brighton Peters. He got called for that flag earlier, but he saved 2 touchdowns, you could say, on that drive, saving it with that pass interference early on and then getting the PBU.
I agree, and the senior out of Norcross doesn't have anything on the stat sheet for 2025 yet, but that's a big player in a lot of different ways for Reinhardt.
We may look back on this series as the most important series of the game for that Reinhardt defense.
Chipped, sailing, and this one is going to go up and through the uprights to make it 10-7 with 11 and a half to play in our first half. The lead is into the hands of the Phoenix. Welcome back in Lebanon, Tennessee. It's been a good one so far between the Reinhardt Eagles and the Phoenix of Cumberland. Gabriel Schreim, a good friend, Lorenzo Robinson. Lorenzo, thank you for being with me on the Southeast Sports Network. I know you covered week one. Florida Memorial tried to storm back against Reinhardt. Tell me about the tenacity of these Eagles.
Yeah, Reinhardt got off to an early, fast start, 42-6 in the third quarter. It seemed like they were going to cruise to an easy victory. Maybe relaxed a little bit, took their foot off the gas, allowed Florida Memorial to make their way back into the game, but they were able to close it out.
Return man cuts at the 25, across the 30, spins for the 35, still driving forward as he gets just over the 35 to the 37. And so we'll move on to this next possession after Cumberland took the lead back 10-7 with a nice field goal to cap off what was a long drive. Brighton Peters committed a penalty to prevent a touchdown and then swatted another to the ground. Cumberland opening their home slate here, a marquee NAI matchup. Tough Reinhardt squad, fifth all-time meeting between the two programs. Phoenix looking to bounce back from a loss last week to the Golden Eagles of Tennessee Tech and FCS side. First and 10, Reinhardt in the shotgun is Taylor Jackson. There's the give to the right side. Tries to slide off. He's tripped up and goes down after a nice gain of 4. Good tackle and good job protecting the edge by the defensive back right there, Xander Lipscomb, who stays with him.
And open field tackling going to be very important on both sides because both teams have guys that can make defenders miss in space. Being able to bring down Jock Colbert, very impressive there for Cumberland.
Cumberland's a huge school, 3,500 students enrolled here. Here's the give right up the gut, sliding off of would-be tacklers. Midfield stripe, and he goes down. First and 10, Reinhardt Eagles move the chains.
And Coach Miller said it best. Coach Miller for the Reinhardt Eagles said that Jock Colbert may not have the best long speed, but very difficult to tackle in a phone booth. Someone who can make you miss and make you look just downright silly in those type of one-on-one situations.
Eagles, first and 10 from just beyond the midfield stripe. Colbert slides one, now two, still on his feet, and finally dragged down. It took 3 tacklers to get him to the ground, and some words being exchanged in the backfield.
Second down.
Yeah, and that was Reinhardt offensive lineman Janosh Daniels going nose-to-nose with the defensive lineman Josh Jones from Cumberland. And that's what you want to see. You want to see guys get a little chippy out there. You know that this is a marquee game. Whoever wins this one will feel great about their chances of making the playoffs. You can feel the energy right now.
Taylor Jackson. Pressure coming, throws just in time, caught, driving for the first down line, and the line to gain the 39. That's where he comes down. First and 10, Reinhardt Eagles on the catch by the big guy.
And those are very critical plays over the course of a game because those are the turning point moments when you're able to move the sticks through the air, able to convert on those easy routine plays. It keeps your offense moving and it just keeps you on schedule. That's what Reinhardt needs if they're going to be able to find themselves back into this ballgame.
One deep back, 2 out wide. Jackson gives it. Gets some blocking, still sliding forward as he gets 6 yards to the Eagles.
In this Cumberland defensive line, they're getting a little bit of pressure, but it's been so difficult for them to be able to bring down that duo of Colbert and Walker. Colbert making men miss, but Walker running right through defenders.
There's the give again, and this time trapped up quickly. He does get another yard.
Play number 0,
and that was a nice open field tackle there by Mamouni.
Reinhardt making a couple of changes. Third and short yardage situation. Really could use this.
The Eagles brought in a little bit of extra beef out there. Number 53, Aaron Inman, entered the game as the 6th lineman.
Rice will keep it himself and blown dead before he can pick it up. Would have been good to go if not for the flag.
False start.
False start will be against Reinhardt's Eagles. They're going to move him back a couple of yards.
And that's always the danger when you run those plays and you're trying to get down on the line as fast as possible. We're trying to just snap and go. Sometimes it can lead to miscommunication, and the Eagles a little bit too much movement along the front lines.
Reinhardt had 181 rush yards in week 1. Looks like they'll be forced to go to the air on this 3rd down and 7 situation.
Still Ethan Rice at quarterback.
Runs that same play. He's trapped and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain as it's a very nice play inside by Cannon Johnson, the safety.
And Ethan Rice was in at quarterback for Reinhardt there. And you know when Ethan Rice is in the game, the entire playbook is open. The quarterback run option is there. You see, that's the lever that Coach Miller and his squad pulls. Unfortunately for them this time, it does not lead to success.
Timeout taken by the Phoenix of Cumberland on 4th and 9.
Cumberland, the first timeout.
We'll keep it here as they do take a timeout. So much great action around the country in NAIA, NCAA football. Lorenzo, our game has been really good so far. 10-7 the lead, 3 points in the pocket of Cumberland and the Phoenix. 7.5 to play still in this first half. Any thoughts on what to expect here?
So what I'm going to harp on all season long, turning point plays. 3rd and long, 3rd and short, these type of situations where you get into the red zone, get to the goal line, the moments that define a game. So far, Cumberland, they are taking advantage of those turning point plays. Reinhardt, they did it on the first drive, but for the rest of the game, it has not gone their way. We'll see if Cumberland can continue to win on those turning point plays.
Both of these teams receiving votes. Be interesting to see if they drive their way into the poll.
A win here can go a long way.
This is probably a poll game. I agree. 4th down, able to corral the awkward punt, sent away inside of the 10, rolls by him. Reinhardt stops it there on the goal line as it rolls along it. And a referee says that one's a little too far.
What route does Cumberland take here? Are they going to try to continue to impose their will on the ground, or will we see more of what we saw on their last drive, opening up that playbook and getting some of their playmakers in space? And Cornejo so far has been the leader for Cumberland running the ball, but that receiver duo of O'Neal and Hatchett, very dangerous.
Back underway. Hatchett makes one man miss and runs over a would-be defender as he's driven out of play, and there's a flag. I'm guessing a hold.
It's so hard to block along the edge. These guys so fast defensively. Right there, it might seem like a little bit too much jersey.
Holding on the offense. Number 30. 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul. Repeat, first down.
So they move him back and repeat first down. 7:10 to play in our first half. Reinhardt leads this all-time series 3-1. This is the 5th ever meeting between the Eagles and the Phoenix.
But that 3-1 mark, a little bit misleading, I would say, because they haven't seen each other in 9 years. This is not a typical matchup that you see, which just adds intrigue to it.
Right up the middle, rolls over a defender. They came together with force as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's 2nd down.
And that was the quarterback, number 1, Jalen Abston. He's someone that provides them a different look. He had 36 rushing yards against Tennessee Tech last week. So you know that Coach Mathis is not shy about inserting him into the game and allowing him to get some carries.
Abson's a great football player. He's a transfer from Murray State. That's his first carry on the day. He joins a growing list. Cornejo's already over 70 yards. Hatchett's got 30. Holtzclaw's got 12. Pitched across. Stopped immediately by Reinhardt. He couldn't escape. They were looking for Rod Payne and the redshirt sophomore from Douglasville just got trapped up behind the line.
He got trapped up by number 11, Adam Mwimba. Tried to make a move on him, but Mwimba driving him out of bounds. Turning point play here, 3rd down. We'll see what can happen. Can Reinhardt get off the field? These are the moments that can define a game. Eagles already trailing by 3. They need to give their offense another shot.
This offense only converted 6% of their 3rd downs against Tennessee Tech. 3rd and 7. Ball's on the turf, picked back up off the grass. Climbing up in the pocket, he's in trouble and sacked by Reinhardt. The Eagles get him for a loss.
Number 1, Emmanuel Olayton, 2023 NAIA All-American, getting his first sack of the season.
Olayton is a 6'2", 270-pound transfer from Faulkner. He looked great last week, stuffed the stat sheet. Mwimba looked great last week, stuffed the stat sheet. 2 guys make an impact on this drive.
Those were the 2 guys that stepped up for him. You're absolutely right. Their 2 best defensive players from a week ago stepping up again. It does seem like that may be a trend for the Eagles in 2025.
4th down. Set away. Just beyond midfield at the 46. Return man shimmy, shakes midfield, 45, 40, 35. Runs the spin move, fighting for the 30. Stays on his feet for a moment, and finally dragged down by the Phoenix. But what a tone-setting return. Special teams always plays an impact, but when you can return the ball like that, this will be the best starting field position of the day for either team.
Tyrus McKee got the ball all the way down to the 30-yard line, and if I'm Cumberland, I'm breathing a sigh of relief. Because every time he touches the ball on returns, you're just happy that he doesn't take it all the way. But Reinhardt will absolutely take having great field position to start their next drive.
Jackson, 4 for 5, 56 yards and a score. On the ground, 32 yards for Colbert, 17 for Walker, and another 5 for Rice. And the flag flies before Reinhardt can take the snap, and fingers being pointed. Look at the big guy. Wasn't me, wasn't me.
Yeah, that was Wooden's Pierre Lewis violently pointing at that Reinhardt offensive line.
I love it. He's out of Lincoln. A transfer from Lincoln, rather. A redshirt junior from North Miami High School. Pierre Lewis, I love that. Just, it wasn't me. Look, it's right here.
Pierre Lewis is massive, 6'3", 395 pounds, a load up the middle for Cumberland.
A load might be an understatement. That's a big man.
The understatement of the century.
1st and long, Rice is smoked in the backfield. Dragged down for the sack, and again in the backfield, it's the safety, Cannon Johnson.
Number 8, Cannon Johnson.
That's huge. He's leading the team in tackles. Already had a tackle for loss. Add a sack to that, and he's got 5 solo tackles today.
So now we're starting to see this Cumberland defense up the aggressiveness here. Johnson coming all the way from his safety spot to come up with that sack.
2nd down and forever for the Reinhardt Eagles. They're showing pressure from the blind side, tossed into a defender's hand and batted down.
Cumberland starting to heat up Taylor Jackson, increasing that pressure. What that can do is it now gets in the head of the quarterback. He's thinking about where's this guy coming from, where's that guy coming from, and it takes his attention away from anything happening downfield.
Jackson, to that point, had a 240 QBR and was 80% passing in our first half. Now with just under 4 minutes to play in half number 1, 3:52 on the clock, 10-7 lead in the pocket of the Cumberland Phoenix. 3rd down and a country mile here in Lebanon for the team from Waleska. Can Reinhardt convert?
Jackson picked Florida Memorial apart, so not a surprise to see Cumberland take some drastic measures to slow him in this air attack.
Blitz coming. It's the big guy, Rice. The screen pass incomplete. 4th down, Reinhardt decision time. Kind of an awkward spot on the field. Do you punt it here?
I would punt it here. I play the field position game, but how about that Cumberland defensive line stepping up? Nobody was fooled by the screen there. They were all retreating and looking to see who's going out, who's the guy that we have to look at. Just a textbook defensive stand there by this Cumberland defense. Reinhardt started this drive at the 30-yard line after a great return from McKee, but they are not able to take advantage of the field position.
And a flinch. Wow, more free yardage for the Phoenix. As you can hear, the home crowd is feeling it.
And that's going to go against number 25, Brandon Payton.
Ball start on the kicking team. Number 21, 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Reinhardt played a clean game for the most part against Florida Memorial. Right now, penalties starting to mount against the Eagles. You cannot have mistakes like these against a great team like Cumberland.
Punts away. And a fair catch back on the 5-yard line. They'll put him at the 6, maybe 7. 1st and 10, Cumberland will run the 2-minute drill, 3:40 to go.
So now we'll see which way they go at quarterback. We saw Abston get that last drive. Holtzclaw started the game and played the entire first quarter.
Yeah, that's a tough decision. You know, Holtzclaw hasn't looked bad at all, so I don't think you go away from him so early in this game. I think that's just a package we see in Abston there. Didn't throw the ball once, though, and Abston did get a couple of carries. So here we go, back in the game.
And it was a quarterback competition during camp, so not a surprise to see them both get looks.
Incomplete. Holtzclaw throws that across. He's looking for Jarius Rogers.
A positive for this Reinhardt team. The defense from Reinhardt gave up 35 points against Florida Memorial. Right now, they are really holding this Cumberland offense, really making it hard on them. So a nice bounce back thus far for this Reinhardt defense.
Jarius was a great athlete for the Bears at Bradley Central High School. I've covered him before. And swarmed in the backfield. Reinhardt got him. It's a safety.
And who, again, first to the play, number 11, Adam Mwimba, number 1, Emmanuel Olayton.
Unreal. The Eagles take a pair of 3 points. We're within 1 as it's 10-9. It's an unusual score.
It is an unusual score, but that is what we've seen. It's been a physical game. It's being won in the trenches, so of course it's going to be low scoring. It feels like that's what we deserve because we're watching these two teams go to war right now, a heavyweight fight taking place.
It'll be interesting to see what Reinhardt draws up now with a two-minute drill opportunity of their own. As here comes the return team for the Eagles, and we'll see this one booted back by the Cumberland Phoenix. 3:33 to play in our first half in a 1-point game, 10-9. It's a little early in the season to be pulling the safety out of the bag like that.
I would say so. But that's why you play the field position game. If you're Coach Miller, you trust your defense to be able to get a stop, and not only do they get a stop, they add some points to the board, which definitely helps you with the way that your offense has struggled in this second quarter.
Lighton and Sanford both have been in the backfield. We'll see the Reinhardt Eagle offense again in a moment. The kick from their own 20-yard line. Driven long. Return from the 25, 30, 40, on his feet, 45. Wow, on his feet, still midfield stripe, drives forward and goes out. Unreal evasive maneuver.
And I think he was hit late as well, so it's going to be another 15 yards added to that return. But how about Tyrus McKee? Even though he hasn't taken one to the distance, he's making plays returning the ball so far for the Eagles.
I think they got McKee by the dreadlocks there, but he was almost tackled and he was able to pull away.
A player like that, you got to grab anything you can, Gabe.
Personal foul on the kicking team.
Personal foul on the kicking team.
15-yard penalty from the
Yeah, it seemed like two guys hit Tyrus McKee a little bit too late, and sometimes when he's making guys miss and he's just running and doing anything that he wants, anytime that you're able to get a hit on him, you're like, man, it's like a sigh of relief, and then it becomes anger, like, wow, we got to make sure we get this guy down. Cumberland, they got to try to find a way to dial back the aggressiveness a little bit. Speaking of aggressiveness, 7 men near the line of scrimmage.
Showing blitz is an understatement. Ball's tipped and loose, and on the fumble, he dives onto it. That's a good heads-up play to just get on top of the football by Taylor Jackson.
Absolutely a great heads-up play, and sometimes that's what you want to see if you're the defense, because you have guys flinching at the line of scrimmage, bluffing like they're going to blitz. Who's coming, who's not coming. That can get into the head of a center, because now he's thinking of trying to pick up the blitzers. He's not thinking about trying to execute the snap.
And we could see something interesting here. Ethan Rice in the game along with Taylor Jackson. 2nd and long. There's the give, tailback, bounces it to the outside, across the 30, 25, rolling forward, and a really nice gain for the Reinhardt Eagles on the outside hip of that right tackle.
Yes, but running through an arm tackle was Ja Colbert. It seemed like, again, maybe a TFL for Cumberland. And we've seen that a few times, Ja Colbert getting hit in the backfield, but he's not only making guys miss, but he's running through tackles as well, showing that complete package.
Colbert's up to 42 yards in the game.
Please reset the game clock to 2 minutes and 36 seconds. 2:36.
Somebody's in trouble. I always think it's funny when they announce it over the public address, like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing up there?
It's shining a light on you.
Yeah.
You really just need to put a spotlight on whoever it is. Might as well just say his
Attention,
name.
clock operator Bob Smith.
Yeah, Clay.
You betrayed us,
We
Clay.
see you up there, Clay.
I can't believe you, Clay. Here we go on 3rd down. Quarterback keeper, he is smacked and goes down right at the line of scrimmage. And so it's a 4th and short situation for Taylor Jackson's Eagles.
That's what Coach Mathis wanted to see. His team, the defensive linemen and the linebackers, they're finding their way into the backfield on multiple occasions, but it's been tough for them to close on these Reinhardt guys. Taylor Jackson pulling it but not able to get away.
And they're going to try to chip through a field goal.
Please put 2 minutes on the clock. 2-minute timeout.
And we've got a 2-minute timeout. So as they take their break for the 2-minute timeout, we're going to take our break as well. College football will be back in Lebanon, Tennessee, where it's a 1-point game. The Phoenix leading the Reinhardt Eagles 10-9.
Is it time yet?
It's time.
Let's start time for dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Pasta dinner.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Back in Lebanon, Tennessee, where you're about to watch this field goal attempt by the Reinhardt Eagles. From 31, snap and hold are good, booted up away. This one sails wide right of the stick. Alex Hansen, who is perfect on point after tries this season, just goes wide.
And Hansen had enough leg, but just wide right. Another nice stand for this Cumberland defense. Reinhardt back-to-back possessions, getting field position on their side of the field, but unable to convert it into points. Now Cumberland's going to get a chance to run the 2-minute drill.
So Cumberland will take over right near the 20-yard line. 1:54 on the clock in Lebanon. Right up the middle. Clock begins to run as he gets a couple yards.
Play, number 11,
and Cornejo was trying to find some space. Adam Mwimba stepping up into the hole and getting a nice hit on him. That's what it's going to take. You're going to have to meet him in the hole and finish when you get there.
"90 seconds to play in our first half in a 1-point game. Second down and 9. Holtzclaw rolling. A laser downfield is picked off by the Reinhardt Eagles at the 40-yard line. Back to the 30, and he's bowled over. A huge INT for Reinhardt.
That was number 8, Braylon Jones, picking that off for the Eagles. Braylon Jones missed nearly the entire 2024 season with an injury. Coming back in 2025 with a New Jersey number, but the same impact player. Great job by Jones on the interception.
First and 10, Reinhardt Eagles after a huge play by the junior from Rockmart. Recovered a fumble in week 1, so you can pretty much credit the turnover differential to him so far.
This will be the 3rd consecutive drive that Reinhardt is going to start on their side of the field, on the Cumberland side of the field, rather. So we'll see if they can convert this time.
Quick flick across 30-yard line, 25-20, and bowled over from behind. A big hit all over the field and playing like a menace. He's been great today. It's again Cannon Johnson. Momomi also has been electric today for Cumberland. Second and short. Reinhardt Eagles right up the gut. That'll move the chains. 34 seconds to play in the half. Clock winding quickly, and you can hear whistles from both sidelines.
And that Eagle offensive line starting to impose their will against that Cumberland front.
It's such a simple thing to do to just walk out on the field when you take a timeout, but I feel like a lot of coaches miss that.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Coaches they'll take a timeout and they're trying to take it from the sideline and they're getting ignored, and James Miller just walks right out there. He's like, what are you going to do? Keep playing?
If there's one thing that I know about James Miller, is he will not allow you to ignore him.
He's pretty hard to ignore even from up here. He walked onto the field. I was like, who's driving a car? Oh, that's Coach. That's Coach Miller of the Reinhardt Eagles.
Hard to miss. Hard to miss.
I'll tell you, my favorite thing about James Miller is how he treats the players. He's iconic as a head coach, really just very in touch with every one of the guys on his roster. It's impressive to watch. First and 10, Reinhardt Eagles, 31 seconds to play with in Lebanon, Tennessee in this first half in a 1-point game.
Watch for the play action here from Reinhardt, taking advantage of this Cumberland defense.
Jackson from the shotgun, tipped, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been a turnover inside of the 5. Instead, Reinhardt will get another crack at it with 26 seconds on the clock.
That would have led to another defensive stand for Cumberland. That would have stopped this Reinhardt drive in its tracks. But they were unable to come away with the play. Now can Reinhardt take advantage of having that new lease on life?
They're going to have to. Reinhardt Eagles, 4 out wide.
Cumberland again showing pressure. They've been more aggressive here in the second quarter defensively.
Colbert alongside Jackson. Taylor, one final glance, takes the snap, wants to throw, pressure coming. He's going to toss this with the back corner of the end zone. Caught, but he's off of the field, and it's incomplete with 17 seconds to play in our first half. Great decision throwing to Xavier Brantley.
Yeah, and he was looking for Brantley in the back of the end zone, but great coverage there.
Third down.
Third down, the Eagles want to try to put up another touchdown. Cumberland looking for another defensive stand. They got a fresh group of D linemen out there ready to heat up Taylor Jackson.
3rd down, 17 seconds in our first half. Jackson. Pressure comes quickly. Tossed, caught as he slides and turns upfield. Driving forward, he gets 5 yards, 10 seconds on the clock. It's running 8, and now the whistle. Clock still running 6 seconds as it's stopped. Gant is the one who took that down 6 yards towards the end zone. And so this is basically the final play Reinhardt will get here. They could get one off quickly, and they're going to move the clock back to 8 seconds if you can't hear the head referee.
And it was a nice play for Reinhardt because it was a completion. It was positive yards, but the pressure by Cumberland forced Taylor Jackson to get that ball out without having his feet set. He could not get everything on that ball, so Jordan Gant had to come back to it. He couldn't catch it in stride. He had plenty of space to score a touchdown, but nice job again, that Cumberland defensive front heating up Jackson and forcing him to adjust.
Phoenix defense trying to make one final stand, 8 seconds on the clock. In a 1-point game in this first half, they need to hold Reinhardt out of the end zone probably one final time, but instead, here comes the field goal unit for a gimme. This is basically a PAT for the man who's perfect on those this season.
These two defenses have been so stout that any points that you can get, you'll take them. You don't need to be too aggressive going for the score. You want to go into halftime with the lead. That's what Coach Miller's thinking here.
And Cumberland has elected to ice the kicker.
Timeout. Cumberland. That's their second timeout.
I like the call by the Phoenix there. You got that timeout, use it up, try to ice the kicker. You know he can hit those PATs. If you're up on his stats, he's, like I said, perfect from that range to start 2025.
You might as well use the timeout. Use it or lose it. You can't take it with you. It doesn't go with you after half, so just go ahead and burn it. See if you can force Alex Hansen to think a little bit harder about the kick before he attempts it.
Exactly. You got it. You can't take it with you. You might as well use it up. See if you can ice him. If not, at least you tried.
Was a second-team All-AAC selection a year ago.
This is a gimme, Lorenzo. 20 yards. Snap is good, hold is good. Hansen boots this one up away, and it's going to go through the uprights to add 3 to the tally of the Eagles with 5 seconds on the clock. So it's 12-9 as Reinhardt is going to jump out in front.
And it's been tough sledding for this Reinhardt offense so far in the second quarter. So you have to feel really good about leaving this quarter with the lead. That's a credit to how your defense has been playing, coming up with that safety a few minutes ago, and then just being able to get close enough to allow Hansen to get a field goal in his range.
12-10, 2 points separate us. And the kick team is on for Reinhardt. Maybe just the kickoff here. We'll see what Cumberland decides to do.
I'd be surprised if Reinhardt kicked it back deep here, so this will probably be a squib kick. You want to keep it in the field of play, force Cumberland to use some of the 5 seconds that remain on the clock.
Kickoff is away. Flag flies immediately.
Flag in the play.
With the positioning of the flag, it'll likely be on the kicking team. See what Coach Mathis decides to do.
On the kicking team, number 13. 5-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. First down.
Not a whole lot of time to work with for Cumberland.
Cumberland has decided to assess the 5-yard penalty at the re-kick.
Yeah, I like the decision of the re-kick there. It's just an obvious call.
I do too, because now 5 yards back. Are you going to try to go for that sky kick again? That sky kick may lead the ball to being at the 40 or the 45-yard line, and that's well within Hail Mary range. Could be forcing Reinhardt to do something different when it comes to kicking. Just adding a little bit of intrigue, I would say, to the kickoff.
I like to use the word intrigue there. Set to go. Five seconds on the clock. 12-10 Reinhardt. Fair catch just beyond the 40.
Kickoff is field of fair catch.
Eagles have traveled well. The stadium has a capacity of 5,000. Great crowd tonight.
Great crowd indeed. It's been a tremendous atmosphere here in Lebanon, Tennessee. The Cumberland Phoenix faithful, they have come out in droves to support their squad.
That brings us to halftime.
And so we go to the half as it is a 2-point game. The advantage is in the hands right now of the Reinhardt Eagles. A really nice looking first half of action. Lorenzo, some brief thoughts from you on what we saw in that first half.
Well, it appeared that we were headed towards a shootout after the first drive from both teams. Perfect offensive execution on both sides. Both defenses really settling into this game and dictating the pace. Reinhardt scoring on the defensive side of the ball. So far, that's the difference.
12-10, Reinhardt leading as we go to the half, and we'll return in just a moment from Lebanon, Tennessee.
My West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. and allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle, that even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero, steal the show, or even start a new club. You could meet the moment and exceed the hype. You can write a new chapter of history and let your city dream again. This season, anything can happen.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Our South Carolina story is told through love. We always felt the need to take a moment for ourselves, and the ocean has always drawn us closer. Charleston was such a romantic destination, with its ancient oaks and beautiful walking paths through town. But we love hiking too, and Greenville gave us a perfect view. This is our South Carolina story. What's yours?
Brilliant again. She just...
Preparation have begun as the world's best players set their sights on the tournament.
sort of building here in the stadium, particularly this very short.
Well, it means a lot to the community. It means enhancing the community. We are so pleased and so proud of the fact that the Braves are involved and participating in its upkeep and making sure that when we come here, we can be all very pleased and very happy about the way it's being kept and the offerings that it has to the community.
Man, we're here at a beautiful Adams Park where they just revealed the Hank Aaron statue. Again, the greatest of all time, creating opportunities. Henry Aaron, Billy Aaron, they're doing it once again with partnership with the Atlanta Braves. Unbelievable moment in this part of Adams Park.
Big things for our kids, just to have the inspiration that, you know, maybe one day they can be the next Hank Aaron. So I'm really proud of what the city has done for the community.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Much in the air. So much in the air. I've been trying to, 'cause I'm scared. Cause it doesn't mean so much in the air. Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me?
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
My West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces. because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was...
Some might ask, what's the hurry? But if it's the difference between getting McDonald's breakfast and settling for a Big Mac, well, run like the wind.
Sit in the hip like, whenever you tip them up, got to sit in the hip like,
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's like that.
Got him and stays fair.
Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. It's like that.
You don't have to wear a uniform for service or sacrifice. Every day, ordinary Americans perform extraordinary acts of courage and selfless service. Please join us in recognizing citizen heroes who have made a difference in the lives of others through their acts of courage and selfless service in communities across America. Nominate a citizen hero today at themedalofhonor.com.
Welcome back to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. Tony, what do you think?
Quincy, it's 2 a.m. You have school tomorrow. Get some rest.
See you tomorrow, Saquon.
You got it, Quessy.
His name is Quincy. The crowd goes wild.
Hey, Quincy.
Quincy! Your son's fantasies are going to destroy my house.
Speed move. Quincy, take the snap. Hike. Here comes Fred Warner.
I'm open.
He's got Jefferson.
All right. Get up on me,
Hit the gritty?
Nah, hit the Quincy.
What is that boy doing?
Nobody was little
Oh no!
Bring it, little man.
Cam Jordan.
I'll see you tomorrow, Quincy.
Quincy's in trouble.
I got you.
He pitches it to Saquon. No! My ball!
That's on you, bro. Besides, I'm not even real.
Is this your ball? What's your name?
Quincy.
Quincy. I'm OC. I know that look. I know that dream. I had the same one. See, Quincy, doesn't have to be a dream anymore. Doesn't matter where you're born, as long as you're born to play.
Just making sure you were real.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, It's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Mental health plays a massive role in professional soccer and in sports in general. We're all here to support each other. We're all here to help each other, and you never know what somebody is going through, whether it's on the field or off the field. For me, mental health plays a huge role when it comes to goalkeeping, because a lot of times the game is not near me and not near the goalkeeper, and it's important that I stay calm and stay ready and stay connected to the team even when the play is not by me.
Once upon a time, there was a girl with golden locks. You know what? Maybe it was like a
rugged, woodsy dude.
Yeah. The beds were too hard, the chairs were too soft, the porridge was too... This Goldilocks wanted something tastier.
Those look just right.
First, he drove the Ram 2500 Rebel to pick up some dinner. Some really big dinner.
Tastes like chicken.
Next, he took the Ram Charger deep into the woods to flex his artistic muscles.
That was the village tree.
Then, completely abandoning the narrative, he fired up the Ram RHO for a little joyride.
Time to jump a volcano.
This is my story.
But yeah, the bears were there. And they all lived happily ever after. Sorta.
In Lebanon, Tennessee, it's 12-10, the lead in the hands of the Reinhardt Eagles after one half of play. Reinhardt looking super good on the road, their second game of the season. I'm Gabriel Fry, Lorenzo Robinson here with me, and we're so glad you're with us. Lorenzo, walk me through that first half.
So both offenses started fast with scoring touchdowns on their initial drives. Immediately after that, both defenses taking control of the game, getting pressure on the opposing quarterback, stopping the run, really making these offenses work and have to find ways to put points on the board. Reinhardt, a nice response after going down 10-7, getting the safety and then finding some room for Alex Hansen to convert on the field goal.
So Reinhardt will kick away to start the second half, and the Phoenix, following their return, will work left to right. Hansen wants the music turned off. The music is off. Return man has a little bit of a convoy. Breaks down momentarily, cuts to the sideline, 30, spins at the 35, and he's down. Nice return to start this second half for Cumberland.
Great field position. We'll see if their offense can take advantage. At one point, it looked like their offense was going to just march up and down the field against this Reinhardt defense. Reinhardt tightening the screws on that side of the ball. But now we're going to look and see if big number 0, Cornejo, starts to take control of the game yet again. And if I was Coach Mathis, that's exactly who I would try to get the ball to early and often. Cornejo dominated in that first half, 11 carries for 71 yards. The ball is loose.
Loose, picked up, Cumberland gets it back, and he's dropped down at the 20-yard line.
And those are the type of plays that you just cannot have if you're going to win marquee matchups like these. It wasn't the greatest snap, but Holzclaw was able to get two hands on it. He could not corral it. A massive loss.
Second down and 25 from their own 20-yard line. Phoenix in trouble. Screen pass. A lot of room. Evades the first tackler. Original line of scrimmage plus 3.
And just finding a way to getting the ball to Cornejo has paid dividends thus far for the Phoenix. Second in a country mile. He's able to eat up a lot of that yardage and give them a third and manageable.
Yeah, I agree. Cornejo has been creative with the ball in his hands, and he's just found ways to get plays done over and over again. Now it's third down and a manageable 6 for Cumberland's Phoenix. Man in motion is Hatchett. He'll take it on the end around. Lead blocker sets the edge, driving for the line to gain. I think he got it.
Hatchett with the rush.
And the Phoenix moved the chains on third down.
Third down again, Hatchett getting the ball. They're either looking for him through the air or just handing it off to him. So far, he is converting for them. That's the fourth third down conversion this game that Hatchett has had on his own.
He's been super important to their game plan and driven them to their current success on offense.
No, they're saying it's fourth and short. It's going to be fourth and inches for the Phoenix.
Cumberland going for it on fourth and short, right up the middle, battle at the line of scrimmage, and they bowl over the defensive line of Reinhardt. Toll, Fisher, and Martin down inside, putting in the work.
But they're going to get Brandon Payton there for the unnecessary roughness. Brandon Payton throwing off Isaac Finch after the play. They were both jawing at each other. They were locked up, and then Payton threw Finch to the ground.
Foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 25. That's a Phoenix first down.
Now, both guys were locked up. Finch got a little shove on Payton first. Unfortunately, most of the time, the ref usually catches that second man in the act.
First and 10. Lots of room for Cornejo. Down to the sideline, over the 35. My goodness, what a move. He'll move the chains again to the 28-yard line. Well, they're putting him down at the 26.
We've already seen Cornejo run around guys. We've seen him run through guys. How about jumping over guys to find ways to help his offense get back on the board? It does seem there is an injured Reinhardt Eagle. That is number 1, Emmanuel Olighton. Would be a massive loss for Reinhardt.
Hopefully he's all right. He's up and moving under his own power off of the field. Seems to be a good sign to me.
He's so important for this Eagle defensive line. Normal position at edge rusher, but we've seen him kick inside for Reinhardt on a few occasions in this game.
$12:20 to play in our third and a 2-point game. Reinhardt leading the Phoenix of Cumberland. They're driving. Cumberland uncorks one for the end zone, tries to one-hand it, and Brighton Peters, no flags as he tips that away.
Great job by Brighton Peters working against number 82, Jarius Rogers. We saw some of that hand fighting again along the perimeter. Nice physical defensive play there from Peters. I definitely would expect Cornejo to get the ball here. Didn't get it on first down, but you want to try to get it to him now.
Long ball, and he's wide open. 5-yard line. First and goal from the 1 for the Cumberland Phoenix.
But how about a perfect play call by Cumberland, taking advantage of the attention that Cornejo going out for a toss would create. The entire defense shifted towards him when it looked like he was going to receive the pitch. But then we saw streaking right down the seam, Carson Posh finding space and getting a nice reception.
Great catch by the senior from Murfreesboro. Keeper Cornejo dives, and he's short. 2nd and goal. I mean, they're standing on the line here, Lorenzo.
Yeah, and they just wanted to give Cornejo a chance to punch it in, but a great defensive play there from Namari Jenkins coming in from that safety spot to get the tackle. But they're going to have to stop him 4 times.
Driving, reaching for the end zone. My goodness, no signal. They'll say he's short.
Reinhardt so far putting together a goal line stand. We saw 2 direct snaps to Cornejo, but nothing doing. That Reinhardt defensive line proving to be impenetrable thus far. A very heavy package in for Reinhardt right now.
Cumberland will try again.
Big number 76, Alexander Hilton, in the game, listed at 407 pounds.
Low snap, Holtzclaw takes it himself. Touchdown, Cumberland Phoenix. They're back out in front at home.
And they had to get a little bit creative against Reinhardt. Reinhardt, they were not allowing the power run to work. Holtzclaw keeping it for himself and scurrying into the end zone. The Cumberland Phoenix offense back on the board with an impressive drive.
Very impressive drive. Very impressive score for the Cumberland Phoenix, who are back out in front by 4 for the moment with 10:35 to play in this 3rd quarter. And Holtzclaw is having a nice day. Point after try. Snap and hold are good. This one sails up, away, and through the upright. Back out in front, leading by 5. It's the Phoenix of Cumberland in Lebanon.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Back in Lebanon, Tennessee, I'm Gabriel Schrei, and we've got a full house tonight, guys. A great game so far. It's 17-12. The Phoenix of Cumberland have just jumped back out in front, Lorenzo.
They have. It was a very impressive drive from Cumberland. Holtzclaw getting the job done in the end, keeping it for himself, sneaking into the end zone. Cumberland back on top. What does this Reinhardt offense have in store for an answer?
I've got to think Reinhardt is going to come out firing on all cylinders. They've had some time at the whiteboard. Got great game film tonight. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
And if we can take the first half as any indication, both of these offenses, they come out firing to start.
Just a momentary delay with Darude Sandstorm blaring. Coming to you live from inside of Noakes Lassiter Stadium. Return man across the 15, stumbles at the 20, 25, seam through the 30 to the 35 for the Reinhardt Eagles. Nice starting field position on this drive.
And that's customary with Tyrus McKee back there deep returning these kicks. Again, he has not been able to convert any of them for 6 just yet, but he's definitely making his presence felt in the return game so far. So an interesting look here for Reinhardt now. Both returning all-conference running backs, Jamarion Walker and Jock Colbert in the backfield at the same time.
5-point game. This is right up inside and nowhere to go for the Reinhardt Eagles. Statistically, it hasn't been a bad day by any means for the Eagles on offense. The only passes thrown by Taylor Jackson, he's 6 for 11. That's 55%, 72 yards and a touchdown. He's only been sacked once. On the ground, 45 yards for Colbert on 10 carries. That's about 5 yards per carry. 17 for Walker and 5 for Rice.
That Cumberland defensive front now starting to really take it to the Reinhardt Eagles so far.
3rd down and long.
And they have some massive men on their defensive line. Their linebackers are fast and physical. Definitely a difficult defense to run the ball against. So far, they are stiffening up and bowing their necks, proving to be a tough task for Reinhardt to get anything going on the ground.
Big thanks to David Finney and Kyle Allen. David is just excellent all season long, and not just for football. He's unreal, not just as an SID either. He's a great friend. Really trust David a lot. His opinion means a lot to me, and couldn't do it without your support, my friend. Thank you for supporting us. Long ball is just overshot for the Eagles. David Finney, for those of you that don't know, is the sports information director at Reinhardt. So always, anytime you see a great graphic you love of your favorite Reinhardt Eagle, a broadcast comes together, whether it's in-house or outside coverage like SESN, something new happens for the school, every single stat on the website, that's David's doing. So we appreciate you, your hard work for all the teams at Reinhardt. And again, a big thanks to Kyle Allen as well for being such a gracious host for us tonight. Here at Cumberland University, they fed us, they gave us our own broadcast booth, and they've taken great care of us. Snap is good, punt is away. Return man lets it roll to him on the 20, and he's wrapped immediately, going nowhere. Eagles make a nice shift to the field on that special teams play.
That was number 21, Anthony Morley, first to the punt returner, making sure that he got nothing on that game. There's some laundry on the field near the 40-yard line. We'll see what the call is.
Sportsmanlike conduct, sideline interference on Cumberland. 15 yards from the dead ball spot. First down.
So that was the first sideline warning, but it does appear that we're jumping from sideline warning to sideline interference. So those guys for the Cumberland sideline in the way of the referee, the ref saying, hey, y'all got to get back. Y'all got to give me space to roam. Costly penalty, 15 yards marked off. They're going to have to drive 90 yards if they're going to put up another 6.
That's a long way.
It is. It's the length of the field, and with the way that these defenses have played so far in this game, a tall order to say the least.
Cumberland Phoenix take to the field. I see that secondary quarterback, Abston, who we've seen carry the ball. He's on the field.
But this is the first time that we see Abston in the game with Cornejo, so we'll see what Cumberland has up their sleeve with these two guys in the backfield at the same time.
1st and 10, 90 yards from the end zone. Cornejo bowls over a linebacker for a gain of 4. He's had a really nice day, to put it lightly. He's been great on the ground. That's going to push his total to 88 yards on the ground, and Abston only 2 carries for 9.
But a lot of times you put a guy like Abston in the game to take some pressure off of your running back. So now those defensive ends know they can't just crash against Cornejo, because you have to respect the running ability of Abston. That takes a player away from him and gives him a little bit more room to run.
2nd down, runs over one defender, and as he's dragged down, it's a gain of 7. 1st and 10, Cumberland Phoenix. 8:17 to play in the 3rd quarter and a 5-point game.
That's good for
So we see the other side of the coin there on that run from Abston. So now when you decide to sell out against Cornejo, Abston's able to take advantage and make something happen for himself.
1st and 10. Still in the game. He'll keep it himself. Cornejo blocks for him, runs over a linebacker, and he'll move the chains all by himself. A 12-yard gain. It's a 1st and 10 for the Phoenix.
Holzclaw came out on top in the quarterback battle between him and Abston. But Abston is such a great athlete that he's a guy that you have to find a way to get on the field in some capacity. So not a surprise to see Coach Mathis in the second game in a row having a package for Abston to get on the field and make some plays. We see there a very aggressive runner downhill.
Ball's a low snap. Evades one tackler in the backfield and now trapped and dropped. He dives beyond the line for a short gain, but second down, going to be a long yardage situation.
And Nathaniel Sanford was the first to get to Cornejo. He couldn't come up with the tackle, but him blowing that play up, forcing Cornejo to slow down a little bit, not giving him a full head of steam going into that hole. Abston's still on the field. You wonder when you get into these situations, will he throw it?
In trouble, and he can't escape as the Reinhardt Eagles drag him to the grass. A loss of 3 yards.
And receivers were running down the field. Abston looked like he was getting ready to take a drop. It appeared to be the first called passing play of the game for Abston, but he was not able to hang on to the snap. Now he faces a 3rd and long. What do you do here? Again, a guy that you have not trusted with throwing the ball downfield thus far. Do you give him that opportunity here? I feel like you have to at this point.
Tough call either way. 6 minutes to play. Abston tosses this across. It's caught for a gain of 5, and it's not enough. 4th and medium. They'll need a long 6, maybe even 7, as the officials seem to move back a bit to try and move the chains.
And that was another great play made there by number 13, Namari Jenkins, the junior defensive back from Evans High School, stepping up again along the edge for Reinhardt. That's an important stand there for that Reinhardt defense. You can't allow Cumberland to take a 2-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter. So you give the ball back to your offense and give them another chance to get something going. We have not seen Reinhardt effective offensively, though, since the 1st quarter.
High snap, got it away. Punter goes down late. This one sails out of play. No flags, and we'll play on. 5:11 to go in our 3rd quarter, a 5-point game. Here comes the offense of the Reinhardt University Eagles, Lorenzo, and they've been efficient but not fantastic today. We'll see what they can pull together on this possession. Taylor Jackson, 6 for 12. At one point, he was 5 for 5 in the game, 100%, 72 yards and a touchdown, scored on the opening drive of the game. On the ground, we've got 11 carries for Colbert. He's averaging 4 yards per gain, 45 in the game. Walker's got 17, and Rice has 6.
And Reinhardt, they were efficient in the early stages offensively, but it's been rough for them, and the difference has been the aggressiveness of this Cumberland defense. They are starting to come up and heat up this Reinhardt front.
Jackson throws this downfield. It's caught. That's 1st down yardage to the 45 of the Phoenix. 15-yard gain to start the drive for the Reinhardt Eagles.
That's the 2nd touch of the game for number 12, Cam Curtis. He was quiet in the 1st game for Reinhardt, getting involved early on here.
Back to the line quickly, flipped across. This is dropped near the sideline. Jackson floated that out to McKee, and it's now 7 for 14 through the air for Jackson.
And that's a timing play there, just trying to get Tyrese McKee a touch along the edge, but Jackson throwing it a little bit too high for him, put too much mustard on it. He was not able to come down with it.
Well, Lorenzo, obviously you've played so many years of college football. Very interested in your opinion here. Can you win this game without throwing the ball effectively if you're the Reinhardt Eagles, or do they have to keep the passing game going?
You have to keep the passing game going because you need to keep the defense honest.
He is run down, and the ball comes out. Run down to the backfield. It's Momomi. Chaos at Cumberland.
Chaos indeed, the strip sack. That's number 24, Will Harris, coming up with the fumble. Taylor Jackson putting it on the ground. Again, this Cumberland defensive front heating up Taylor Jackson has been the difference in the game. They were conservative in the early stages, but now they are really going after Jackson, really making it hard for that Reinhardt offensive line. And it's been a completely different game ever since they started getting into the backfield.
Absolutely. They need to find a way to stop this. They need to find a way to shut down that blitz or just get the ball out more quickly.
And we saw Reinhardt try to do that on the second play of the drive, trying to get it out quick to McKee. Those are the kind of plays that's going to force that Cumberland defense to slow down a little bit, because right now they have no problem sending 6 and 7 guys into the box and finding pressure. And you just put so much pressure on a quarterback when he's forced to face a guy in his area every single time he drops back. I mean, I cannot remember a clean drop back that Taylor Jackson's had since the first quarter. A lot of people would say the offensive line has to find a way to block. They have to find a way to hold up. But when it's an extra guy, a free rusher on these dropbacks, you're really putting the offense into a bind. And we're seeing Cumberland really take advantage of these situations here.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Okay, we're back here in Lebanon, Tennessee, waiting for a verdict. It sounds like they're reviewing the fumble.
They are reviewing the fumble. They just want to make sure such an important play. It does look like the call will stand with the offense returning to the field.
Ruling on the field is upheld.
And to the naked eye from up here where I'm sitting, it didn't really appear to be anything that you could have overturned there. So a good call from the officiating crew.
Phoenix lead, they've got the ball. In trouble, smacked, he can't escape, and blown dead. Behind the midfield stripe for a loss. Big time play by the Eagles getting through.
Number 88, Nathaniel Sanford coming up with the sack for Reinhardt. He's been finding his way into that backfield of Cumberland on a few separate occasions, this time finding his way all the way home for the sack.
Low snap. Second and long, tossed across, catch and run, still on his feet and finally dragged down back near the original line of scrimmage. I like the little dump pass there to Rod Payne. The sophomore from Douglasville just can't escape.
Just trying to see if you can get some of that yardage that you lost back. It's still going to be 3rd and long, but 3rd and 10 is a lot different than 3rd and 20. Nice job by Rod Payne.
Holtzclaw in the shotgun. 3:30 to play in our 3rd quarter. 5-point game, 17-12.
This is where they've gone to Caden Hatchett, but he's not on the field.
Rolling to the close side, Holtzclaw. Pressure coming, tosses this downfield, and it's dropped through the hands of a would-be intercept.
Reinhardt's defense holding firm there. A sudden change, a turnover, but it does not faze that group. Outside of those initial drives from Cumberland, the first drive of the first half, the first drive of the second half, it's been a very fine performance from this Reinhardt defense. The Eagle offense has to try to pick up some momentum and give this defense a little bit of help.
I agree. It's not really a cliche, but I have a rule I like to go back to, and it's not something people have been saying for a long time. You know mine. If you hold a team under 24 points, you should win the game. Got to win. 3:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. 5-point game. It's 17-12 Phoenix. Reinhardt has produced 12 points to this point. We'll get another look at their offense here.
12 points to this point. 7 of them came on that first drive with that touchdown. 2 of them came from the defensive side of the ball. So Reinhardt's offense, since that first drive, they've only produced 3 points in this game. They need to find a way to try to wear on that Cumberland defense. They're really dictating everything to Reinhardt right now. They're attacking the Eagles. They're playing with more physicality, with more passion, with more fire. That's been the difference. Will that Cumberland Phoenix defense continue to be aggressive? We already see the outside linebacker creeping.
Jackson gives it, look at the wheels, tries the outside hip of the right tackle, and he's trapped after a gain of 3.
And Jamarion Walker ran over the first defender, but it was a host of Cumberland Phoenix surrounding him. He can't run over 2 guys, 3 guys, 4, even 5 at the same time. Friends and family plan in effect for the Phoenix.
We talked about Walker on the drive here. 5'7" junior from Cook County in Georgia. 2 touchdowns in week 1.
And Walker and Colbert, they complement each other so well. And we'll see the 3rd guy in that backfield now, Harlem Diamond in the game at running back.
Fakes the give, quickly thrown. Cutting upfield, he gets 3, maybe 4 yards to make 3rd down more manageable.
But again, Taylor Jackson pressured on a drop back, and that takes a toll on the quarterback. Every single time that he drops back, he has a defender in his face. He's getting hit, he's getting thrown to the ground. That speeds up the internal clock of the signal caller. That's when mistakes are usually made. So the Phoenix trying to put Taylor Jackson's back against the wall in this one.
End around, it's a fake as Jackson keeps it himself, and he gets to the line to gain. He needed a yard. He's able to drive his way up inside. Nice little crafty play. He's on top of the 25, and that'll move the chains. 1st and 10. You can see, not only can you hear fans balking at the call, but you can see Cannon is arguing with a close official.
And it did appear to be close, but the ref going with the judgment call there and saying to move the chains. Nonetheless, a nice job by Taylor Jackson to muscle his way through across.
1st and 10, football from the 25-yard line of the Reinhardt Eagles as they work right to left in this 3rd. Right up the middle, still going over the 40 as he rolls to a stop. 1st and 10, Reinhardt Eagles on this 17-yard gain.
And everyone knows about Jamarion Walker. Everyone knows about Ja Colbert. But how about Harlem Diamond introducing himself to the Reinhardt faithful in this game? Had a touchdown in the last game, the Cedartown, Georgia native. So far, proving to be a worthy member of that Reinhardt backfield.
It takes him from 24 career yards. Now he's a little over 38. Quick toss. This one skiffs off the grass.
But even there on the play action, Taylor Jackson, he wasn't pressured, but you can tell when he takes that drop, he went a little bit deeper than he normally would because he's anticipating the pressure to be in his face. He's trying to get the ball out as quick as possible. That's a credit to what this Cumberland Phoenix defense has been able to do.
36 seconds to play in our third quarter. 5-point game. Reinhardt trailing by 5. Jackson, the give, tailback. Able to shove his way up in there. Jams forward for 2 yards. Close official looks closer to 3. We're going to call it 2nd and 8.
Third down.
It's going to be another 3rd and long here. And this is where Cumberland, they've been effective at playing games with that Reinhardt offensive line, bluffing different guys, sending pressure from different angles. We'll see what they try to do here.
I don't think they'll run a play. We've got 5 seconds to play in the third quarter as bodies move and flags fly.
There was flinching on both sides. We'll see which way the flag will go.
Offense number 89.
They're going to move him backwards after the tight end jumped. 1 second on the clock in our third quarter in a 5-point game.
Those are the type of mistakes that you cannot have. Turning point plays, third downs, those type of situations. You have to give yourself a chance.
The clock did not run initially, so there's some confusion.
They're going to give Clay a hard time for that one.
Clay gets the clock down to 0 and sends us to the fourth quarter in a 5-point game. 17-12. We'll see if Clay can get us over the finish line when we come back in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. College football will return.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome back into the fourth quarter of this one. What's been a really good game, an instant classic between the Phoenix and the Reinhardt Eagles. Gabriel Shrine, Lorenzo Robinson here with me. This is our second game of the day together. Lorenzo rode up with me to Atlanta, Georgia this morning. Tossed across and dropped. Fourth down.
Turning point plays. 3rd and long, a chance to move the sticks, but Cam Curtis not able to corral it.
And so we'll see special teams take to the field.
And I know I've been harping on it the entire game, but that's essentially what it comes down to. A lot of fans see the final score and they say, hey, this is what happened. We see Cumberland up by 5 points and you're like, I got the whole story, but how do we get there? It's these little moments throughout the game that can determine which way the contest goes.
Punt is not looking great for Reinhardt. Excellent starting field position for the Phoenix, who are leading by 5, 17-12.
And not only do you fail to move the sticks, but after that punt, you give Cumberland great field position. We'll see if their offense can take advantage. And if I was a betting man, I would put an insane amount of money on Jacob Cornejo getting this one early and often.
I think we're going to get a healthy dose of Cornejo on this drive.
Abston back on the field too, so they're going to try to ground and pound their way to a victory. They want to ice this game and take off as much time as they can.
Fans not happy with the spot.
So with Cornejo aligned to Abston's left, watch for what Nolan Marshall at DN does.
Fakes the give. He'll keep it himself. Abston throws this. I think that's a forward lateral. He's got it. Down inside the 40-30, 2010 house call. Touchdown, Cumberland Phoenix.
So there is some confusion. Did the ref blow it dead? Did he throw a flag? What happened? There seems to be guys standing around. No one's sure of what happened.
Absolutely no way that wasn't a forward lateral. For the moment, it's a touchdown. We've got a monitor here playing back what you saw a moment ago.
They're calling it a touchdown. It looked like Abston may have got past the line of scrimmage, but...
Absolutely a forward lateral by a yard.
That's an interesting...
And I'm not here to, it's fine.
Yeah,
what are we going to do about it? We're here to cover the game.
That's an interesting call, though, because, again, I say naked eye because this is just me in the booth calling it.
Look at the scoreboard here. Look at the big billboard. Watch it. You can see his body is well beyond the line of scrimmage.
So the rule is, this is where some people get it misconstrued.
Any part.
If any part of your body is behind the line of scrimmage, then it is an eligible forward pass. So he may have had a shoelace behind the line of scrimmage. That may have been just what he needed. He may have had a heel behind the line of scrimmage. He may have had a toe behind the line of scrimmage. But either way, if any part of your body is behind the line of scrimmage, then that play is legal. So Abston throwing that touchdown.
Now,
are we going to review it? What are we doing?
They have to be because they're with James Miller and the Reinhardt Eagles.
Now, one thing I know about James Miller is he's not going to allow himself to be ignored. He was in the ear of the entire officiating crew trying to get answers on that call.
Are they reviewing it or just bringing it back?
They're bringing it back. They're throwing the flag.
Oh, my goodness. No review?
The Cumberland faithful, they don't like that call, but I don't know, Gabe. I think that was the right call.
But you have to at least review it.
You would think, but we never really got official word from the officiating crew about their decision. We just saw the Cumberland Phoenix start to matriculate their way down the field, lining up for the point after. We saw the offense celebrating, but the ref never officially signaled touchdown. It took them a little bit of time to come to a conclusion, but they decided to reverse course, and now we're at 2nd and 15.
Man. I mean, I think you got to take another look at that, but
at least, right?
Just out of principle, I'm not saying that it's not. You heard me. I was emphatic that was an illegal forward pass from this. I said it during the play, Lorenzo.
You did. And
that's how certain I was.
And you were certain. I was unsure.
But you can't not review it.
Absolutely.
You have to review it before you overturn it. Okay, Clay's in trouble.
You would think.
They're mad about the clock
we're really
now.
giving Clay the business. But, Gabe, you're absolutely right. In a situation like that, you would think to review it, but
you have to. You have to. You have it right there. You have a whole guy you brought here just for. See that guy? There's a guy for that.
There is a guy.
It's his job. Here we go, 2nd and 15, and in trouble right away. The Eagles swarm him at the line of scrimmage.
Emmanuel Olighton, I don't know if they're going to call it a sack or a TFL, but he was in the backfield making that play against Abston. We saw him play interior defensive line on the last drive. Now he's back at his normal spot along the edge and wrecking havoc. Third and longs with Abston on the field. They have not called many downfield pass plays for him.
14 to play. Abston rifles this over the middle, and it's incomplete. 4th and long for the Phoenix, as Reinhardt has forced a 4th down situation. This is huge for the Eagles.
And there was nothing doing there. Abston going for the jump pass, but number 18, Carter Hicks, draped all over the receiver, not giving him an inch of room. Terrific stand by this Reinhardt defense. Again, this Reinhardt defense has stepped up on multiple occasions. Reinhardt's offense has to come together and get the stop.
24 points, Lorenzo. 14 minutes to play. 5 points separate us right now. It's 17-12. The Phoenix of Cumberland lead Reinhardt University's Eagles.
So you went back to that rule. Greg Blue, one of the great safeties for the University of Georgia, he had a rule as well.
Could be trouble. Reinhardt loses the ball, scrambling for it in the end zone. Cumberland's got it. Touchdown, Cumberland Phoenix.
What a turn of events in this game. Tyrese McKee tried to catch it off the bounce. He was unable to do so. The ball rolling into the end zone and the Phoenix landing on top of it. The official signal, touchdown Cumberland. They go up 2 possessions in a game where scoring has been hard to come by, Gabe.
Ball don't lie.
In the immortal words of Rasheed Wallace.
Phoenix out ahead, 23-12 with 13:43 to play.
How about the roller coaster of emotions? You heard that from the crowd. They're saying, hurry up and kick it before they take the points off the board.
I love it.
The crowd, they were up and then they went down, and now they're back up again. It's going to be hard to turn them back down after that one. Now all the pressure in the world on the shoulders of that Reinhardt offense and quarterback Taylor Jackson.
Lorenzo to double the score of the Eagles, seeking 24, the point after try.
And again, that Reinhardt offense, it's been so difficult for them to find ways to move the ball since that initial drive. Now trailing by 2 possessions, you almost have to go through the air. The only problem is that Cumberland Phoenix defense, they've been finding ways to create pressure through blitzing.
Snap and hold are good. This one sent up away and finds its way through the uprights to make it 24-12. The lead strong in favor of Cumberland and the Phoenix. We'll break and return with more college football in the late stages in just a moment. Welcome back to Lebanon, Tennessee. We just missed Lorenzo cranking that. Here we go. Crank that Soldier Boy. Gabriel Shrine, Lorenzo Robinson, and we're into the late stages. 13:43 to play. 24-12, the lead with the Cumberland Phoenix.
Sorry, anytime I hear Soldier Boy, I got to dance. I'm sorry, guys.
Understandable business decision. I get it.
I'm sorry. But a turn of events here, the Cumberland Phoenix taking a 2-possession lead on the Reinhardt Eagles after that terrible mistake by the return man.
Pushing forward. Trapped for a moment before he escapes and finally dragged down just shy of the 35 of their own side of the field.
And again, Tyrese McKee making his presence felt in the return game, getting that Reinhardt offense in the pretty good field position yet again. So now down by multiple scores, you figure that they have to go through the air, but there's still a lot of time on the clock, so you don't really need to do anything drastic offensively. You figure that your entire playbook is still open with 13 minutes left, but you're beginning to run out of time.
Yeah, sort of into the late stages here. You probably don't have 3 possessions left. Eagles rope this across, and it falls to the grass harmlessly.
But there is a real difference in the way that Taylor Jackson approached his dropbacks in the first half compared to what's happening in the second half. You saw there chopping his feet, trying to deliver the ball as quickly as possible because, again, he's anticipating the pressure from that Cumberland Phoenix defense.
Second and 10, Reinhardt. Thrown across, incomplete.
Access incomplete.
Another free rusher there from Cumberland because six men were on the line of scrimmage.
Number 16, number 16. Third down.
And the pressure that provides on the quarterback, how about the pressure that puts on the shoulders of the offensive line, because they don't know who's coming and going in these situations as well.
Third and long, do or die for the Eagles. This is picked off. Phoenix 3, 30, 20, 10, house call, touchdown. Cumberland takes it all the way.
Flag on the play.
Beautiful play for the Phoenix of Cumberland. There is a flag on the play, but Daniel Smith, for the moment, the junior from Jackson, Mississippi, takes it to the house with a score.
Personal foul. Defense number 96, roughing the passer. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Coach Mathis was not happy with that call, but they did hit the quarterback in that head and neck area. We've seen it at all levels of football now. There has been an emphasis on protecting the quarterback. Taylor Jackson got hit. That was number 96, Josh Jones, who delivered it. He got him right above that shoulder pad. Phoenix fans, they're not going to like it, but I believe that's the right call.
So Cumberland hands over a gimme to Reinhardt to try again.
An answered prayer.
First and 10. Caught, and it comes out on a massive hit. Absolutely smacked. And it's the man who just had his pick six taken away, Smith.
They can take away the pick six, but they cannot take away that PBU. Dan Smith stepping up, and this Cumberland defense, they're flying around. We saw it since the beginning of the second half. They were just flying around. Everyone was fired up. They just had a determination about them.
Taylor Jackson, second and 10. Right over the middle through the hands of his intended target, who has the linebacker draped all over him.
Again, heating up Taylor Jackson, sending 6 and 7 men on pressure. But how about the play from the defensive backs of Cumberland? They have been glued to Reinhardt's receivers. They're not giving them a chance to create any separation.
Yeah, Smith, Johnson, I mean, Mamoni, they've all been incredible.
So look at this again. 6 men on the line of scrimmage. Every linebacker standing up. They're bluffing, trying to play games with that offensive line.
Third down and 10, caught, and he gets about 5 yards as he's smacked again. This time, it's Cannon Johnson.
Fourth down and long, but trailing by multiple scores. You will seem to think that Coach Miller would think long and hard, maybe thinking about going for this fourth down. That's exactly what he's going to do here, leaving the offense on the field.
12:40 to play, 24-12. Reinhardt trails. They're doubled up by the Phoenix. Fourth and medium. Do or die time for Reinhardt's Eagles. Jackson in the shotgun. Pressure comes, throws quickly, caught right near the line to gain. They're going to give it to him, I think. Yes. My goodness, right at the line to gain on forward progress. Players slow to rise as it looks like we'll move the chains. Miller's coming out himself.
That's Tyrese McKee on the ground. Very important player for this Reinhardt team. Again, you don't think of plays in big-time moments, you think of players. Not a surprise to see the Eagles go to McKee in that situation. Unfortunately for the Eagles, seems to be shaken up a bit after the play.
Hopefully he's all right. They'll take a moment, check on him. We can only hope it's good news. Long day for us. Lorenzo on the crew all day long with me. Started at 10 a.m. in Atlanta, Georgia, thanks to Matt Joe having us, and of course Jason Longshore.
That's actually Genty. No. Brandon, Genty's out.
12:22 to play. They're measuring.
Oh, it's going to be close.
They're moving the chains. Listen to the Cumberland Phoenix fans.
Tyrus McKee literally sacrificing his body for that first down for the Eagles. Big time fourth down conversion, but with him now not on the field, who's the next man that they're going to try to go to in a big time situation?
12:17 to play, 1st and 10. Jackson uncorks one down the sideline, caught. 15, he's got it. Into the red zone go the Reinhardt Eagles, an absolute man of a catch.
And what a grab one-on-one for number 12, Cam Curtis. He was quiet in that first game. That was his third touch of this one and the loudest of them all. Grown man move from number 12, Cam Curtis.
The former Yellow Jacket from Calhoun, Georgia, local to the Waleska area. Covered him playing his senior year against Lafayette High School. He was a great football player in high school as well. Long ball, back corner, this one overshot. Probably a good thing for Reinhardt. Some serious hand fighting on that. 11 and a half to play.
We're seeing the Eagles go with some more max protection type looks. Having both tight ends on the field, keeping at least one of them on the line at all times. Having a running back there in Jamarion Walker also in to protect. That could potentially play into the hands of the Phoenix, though, because now you can start to drop some guys back, and you only got 4 guys running a route, but we have 7 defensive backs ready to make something happen.
24-12, Eagles. Pressure comes, running, trapped and dropped after a gain of 2. 3rd and 8 for Reinhardt.
And you can tell Taylor Jackson felt the pressure that came from that delayed blitz. Mamouni again getting into the backfield and wrecking havoc. He wasn't the one that came up with the tackle, but he was the one that forced Jackson to step up and leave the pocket earlier than he wanted to.
Quarterback hurry is a really important stat. Inside of 11 minutes to play, 24-12.
So watch again from some pressure coming from the outside.
Jackson under fire and throws this away. It's 4th down and long as we've got a flag. Did they hit him that far behind the play? My goodness.
But he's being hit repeatedly. Every single drop back, it seems like one of Taylor Jackson's teammates is being forced to pick him up off the ground. Another delayed blitz there.
I was looking downfield. If they hit him that late, that is absolutely flagrant. That is embarrassing.
And that's sort of the drawback that you get when a defense is playing as aggressively as Cumberland, because now we're trying to make a play. How do you dial that group back? How do you tell them, all right, guys, we need to calm down, when that level of aggressiveness is what got them to this position in the first place?
You know, I'm very afraid of the game we love being changed. I love American football, but you just can't hit like that. You could not be hitting people that late after the play. I don't care if it's the NFL, high school, or college football. 10:42 to go. Jackson, end around. It's a keeper. Rolling into the house for the touchdown. Reinhardt gets one back. It's 24-18 with 10:36 to go.
And how about Taylor Jackson under fire that entire drive, fighting off multiple late hit attempts? but staying in the fight and giving his team a chance. Reinhardt drawing within one possession.
Taylor Jackson, that is going to be good for 20 yards on the day and his second touchdown on the ground.
How about the moxie from number 9, the quarterback for the Eagles? Again, staying in the fight and giving his team a chance.
Lorenzo, they're going for 2.
Not a surprise here.
Trailing by 6. Quarterback looks, wants to reverse fields, in trouble, throws it over the top, incomplete. It remains a 6-point game as that goes incomplete, and a flag out of the pocket. He's holding it. So to remain a 6-point game with 10.5 to play. Really nice effort from Reinhardt. You know, you see Taylor Jackson taking an absolute beating all the way down the field. 10:36 to go, he's able to punch that in. Very important touchdown. It keeps this alive for Reinhardt's Eagles. Without that, this game is over.
It does, and at one point, there was a pick 6 on the board for Cumberland. The score was 30-12. That got wiped away from that unnecessary roughness penalty. And then again, 4th down, a chance to get off the field. Tyrese McKee in a turning point play, moving the sticks by an inch, helping Reinhardt stay alive. All of that leads us to what we have now. It seems like this game is going to go right down to the wire game.
I agree, and you basically can't afford to allow a score on this drive. You have to find a way to stop the Phoenix. I think if Cumberland scores here, it's basically over. Cumberland back deep to return to our right. They'll work right to left in this final quarter and look for a put-away score. Sent long, and this one is off. So following this, here's our referee. Looking for the call from coach. He's got it. They're going to spot him at the 35-yard line on the far hash marks, and we'll get to work.
Yeah, they got handsome with that kick out of bounds, so free field position for Cumberland. They're at the 35. Holesclaw back in the game at quarterback.
Here we go, he's free. 45, 50, 45. Took a shot and goes down, all the way down beyond the 40. They're going to mark him, I think, back at the 42-yard line on the far sideline. Close official stepping back that way as well. 10-12 to play, clock running in a 6-point game.
And that's the most noise that Cornejo has made in the last few possessions. Great drive starter there. Anytime you have a lead, you want to try to keep it on the ground and salt away as much clock as you can.
Reinhardt defense needs to create a turnover or get a big stop. Cornejo, right side, he's grabbed at, dragging defenders with him, still pushing, now stopped. Gain of 3 yards on first down.
That's what it's going to take. It's going to take more than one guy trying to bring him down. The friends and family plan has to be in effect if you're going to be able to stop a running back like Cornejo.
Did you just make that up?
You ever heard it before?
I have.
Well, from who?
I don't know.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Second down and 7, 9:16 to play. Here's the give, slides off of one would-be tackler and dragging the defensive lineman with him for a gain of 1. Third and medium, 9 minutes to go, clock winding in a 6-point game.
And the first guy in the backfield to slow him down was number 54, Kyvon Rivers.
Kyvon's a big dude, couple of changes to personnel for Reinhardt. Cornejo still in there alongside the quarterback, Zach Holtzclaw, the junior from Dawsonville. Third down and 6. Cumberland needs this. Low snap, Phoenix man gonna take off with it. He's smacked in the backfield. Slow to rise, hopefully he's all right. As the football is gonna be a 4th down situation for Cumberland.
That was number 11, Adam Mwimba, putting some emphasis on that stop there.
The Brunswick product out of Marietta, Georgia, absolutely crushed the quarterback. Hate to see it. 8:26 to go, the clock has stopped, and as they take a moment to check on him, hopefully we'll have good news when we return.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back to Lebanon, Tennessee. Gabriel Schreier, Lorenzo Robinson, late stages. 8:26 to go, 6-point game, 24-18, and it looks like the Phoenix are planning to punt this away. Zach Holtzclaw was able to stand up. With no help, he walked off of the field. Hopefully that's a good sign.
Absolutely a good sign, and another great defensive stand by that Reinhardt front.
Sent away from behind the midfield stripe. Rolling back into the end zone for the touchback. So Reinhardt will take over following the touchback. We'll see this offense again. And a quick look at what we've seen from this offense so far today. It's been led by the quarterback, Taylor Jackson, the reigning Appalachian Athletic Conference Player of the Week. He's had a rough outing, 42% completion percentage, 128 yards and a touchdown. He's been sacked twice. The pressure on him has been insurmountable. They've been unable to throw quick routes. They've been unable to find ways to slow this rush. Rushing the ball on the ground, Colbert's got 45 yards. We haven't seen him in a long time. Walker's got 20 and 19 for Diamond. Jackson has 2 rush touchdowns. He's scored all 3. Long toss, overshot him on 1st and 10.
Second down. We can see that change in the game plan for Reinhardt. We saw the tight end, Austin Davis, staying in the block. Number 27, Harlem Diamond, the running back, also protecting. 7 men now protecting Taylor Jackson. With the way that Cumberland has been able to heat up this Reinhardt offense, it appears that that may be what they need to do in order to slow that rush.
Under 8 minutes to play. Jackson standing. All kinds of time. Laser downfield is incomplete. It went through the hands of his intended target.
So now that's the danger of going with a max protection. So you have 7 guys protecting, but we saw that Cumberland defense decide to retreat. They only had 3 men rushing. So you have 8 people defending, 4 guys going out on routes.
7:54 on the clock, 6-point game. Reinhardt must score on this drive.
I wouldn't go that far about
without
must
Holtz's
score,
claw.
but
Without Holtz's claw, it's a different game.
I wouldn't go that far, but definitely a turning point play here.
Jackson rolls, pressure, gonna run with the football. 25-30, dives, and I think that moves the chains. Yes, indeed. 1st and 10, Reinhardt Eagles as the crowd falls silent with 7:30 to play.
We had a conversation with Coach Miller earlier this week, and he described number 9, Taylor Jackson, as sneaky athletic. Someone that you wouldn't expect to be able to have the ability to pull the ball and gain first downs on the ground. But he said that he's somebody that has a little bit of sneaky athleticism, can get out of there and make plays happen.
Thankfully, Cumberland's man back on his feet.
We've seen Jackson in this situation on multiple occasions, a lot of pressure on his back. He's going to be tasked with leading this Reinhardt team to a victory.
Here's the give. 7:30 to play, 24-18. Now 7 minutes and 26 seconds.
And again, nothing doing for number 6, Jamarion Walker. And we see the dance moves there from the big nose guard, number 99.
7:15 to go. Play stop to the whistle.
Woodens Pierre Lewis had a nice dance move that got the crowd going there. Reinhardt tried to snap it quickly and take advantage.
Clock stopped as well. 7:12 now as it's running. Never mind. They've started running it again.
But just look at the size on that defensive front for Cumberland in this game. Number 47, Tavion Clark, 6'5", 260. 96, Josh Jones, 6 feet, 314. Woodens Pierre Lewis.
Caught. Eagles man reverses fields. He's free. 45-50, opposing 45, and he'll step out. Massive shift to the field. 1st and 10 Eagles into Phoenix territory with 6:45 to play.
And that was the ever aggressive number 16, Tyrese McKee, with the dead leg there, getting upfield and putting his team in business. Now Reinhardt on Cumberland's side of the field.
Jackson shouting out to his offensive line, reading the tackle box. He has faced immense pressure today. 6:20 to go. 6-point game, high snap, he's able to corral it. Long toss of the ball for the sideline, diving, and that's incomplete. Good attempt, selling out to try and get under the ball for Reinhardt, just unable to corral it as Cedric Colors. Product of Harlem High School. Clock stopped, 6:10 to play.
But now with Reinhardt out of that heavy set, without a tight end on the field, you could potentially see Cumberland go back to trying to heat up that Reinhardt front by sending pressure.
Far side, slipped the first, and after someone gets by the block, a big chip laid on him. Inside of 6 minutes to play as it's a medium yardage situation. About 6 to go.
And again, Reinhardt going to number 16, Tyrese McKee, trying to give him the ball and give him a chance to make some magic happen.
From the 40, it's 3rd and 6. Crowd is loud. 5.5 to play. Jackson gives it. Lots of room, diving for the line to gain. I think he's got it. Close official, steps forward a yard. Now steps forward 2 more steps, and that should be enough. 1st and 10 as Reinhardt moves the chains.
That was a great run by number 6, Jamarion Walker, finding just enough room to get it across.
Just over 5 minutes to play. Jackson, pressure coming, throws in time. He's thrown to the ground late. No flag this time. Five minutes, 4 seconds to play. 24-18. Reinhardt trails to the Phoenix of Cumberland. Colors, the closest receiver on your screen. Jackson, pocket holds for a moment. Quick toss, this is tipped and dropped. 3rd and 10.
Lieutenant number 87, Austin Davis, 3rd down.
Third and 10. 5 minutes, 4 seconds to play. Fakes the give, quarterback keeper pounds his way inside for a gain of 6 yards. It's 4th and a long 4, maybe 5 for Jackson and the Eagles offense.
And I like the play call there from the Reinhardt Eagles. Tyler Hennis, the offensive coordinator, electing to stay on the ground and figure that I'm in 4-down territory at this point in the game, so I might as well give myself a chance to create a 4th and manageable for my offense.
Play call is in.
Nasty split with these wide receivers.
.420 to play. 4th down, Jackson, pressure coming, throws, it's at the line to gain. Did he hang on to the ball? Chains moved. Reinhardt moves the chains just outside of the red zone at the 24-yard line.
And what a play there. Taylor Jackson finding Jacorian Polk just across the line to gain. The Eagles will get a new series, getting closer and closer to that red zone.
Just under 4 minutes to play, clock winding. Here's the snap, Jackson. And down for a huge loss, slow to rise as well.
Taylor Jackson trying to go for the play action, but as soon as he turned his head, number 8, Cannon Johnson, was all over him. That Cumberland defense again sending a delayed blitz, this time getting home and creating a 2nd and long.
Cannon Johnson smacked him behind the line of scrimmage. 3:20 to play. 24-18. We're down to our final couple of minutes in Lebanon, Tennessee. Three out wide, one receiver isolated on the close side for Jackson. Pocket holds, standing, ropes this to the left side. It's incomplete, and so now it's 3rd down and 20 for Reinhardt's Eagles. 2:55 on the clock.
Third down.
So after that sack from Cannon Johnson, you get way behind the sticks. It puts a lot of pressure on your 2nd down play. If that can't get you anything, it gives you a 3rd and very long. Expect another play here, though, with Reinhardt just trying to get a chunk play and create a 4th and manageable.
And we're stopped. A break on the field. Timeout taken by the Phoenix of Cumberland with 2:55 to go. Understandably so. They're going to take a moment and make sure they're ready for what's next. We will also. 2:55, 6-point game, 24-18.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Back in Lebanon. Jackson throws. Down near the sideline, he pulled it in. Was he in? That's going to knock a couple of yards off of 3rd and long. They needed 20. 2:40 to play. The clock is running.
That play was just a call to get a chunk of yardage, though, and give yourself a 4th and manageable. Unfortunately for the Eagles, it didn't really go as planned. Still a long way to go to convert.
Under 2.5 to play at Noakes Lassiter Stadium.
You see those linebackers creeping.
Jackson, pressure comes, steps up, lots of room, tosses it over the middle, dropped. It would have been a pick. And so it's a turnover on downs to the Phoenix with 2:10 to play.
Jackson again was under some pressure. He had to step up and throw it. Very nearly intercepted, but probably better for the Phoenix that it wasn't intercepted.
Absolutely. I'm not sure why they're upset.
Well, I mean, if you're a defensive back, you want to try to grow your stats, right? You want to get that interception, have the picture of you catching the ball. But you know what they say? DBs are just receivers that can't catch. So, sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
That was hurtful.
Sorry.
2:10 to go, 24-18, 6-point game.
I didn't mean it, defensive backs. I swear I didn't.
You have to talk to Markel about that one. He's going to have some words for you.
He used to play receiver.
6-point game, man in motion. There's the give, end around, lots of space. Cumberland's man cuts up field and stopped at the 28. Looks like they're going to march him back behind the line. And 2 minutes has arrived on our clock. We're going to keep it here with just 2 minutes to go. It's 24-18. Reinhardt trailing to the Phoenix, Lorenzo.
Absolutely, and again, the Reinhardt defense, they've stood tall on multiple occasions. They've given the offense a chance to make something happen. Now, do they have one more stop in them? And if they do have one more stop in them, something that the Reinhardt offense did very well a year ago was converting in 2-minute drill situations. That's something that Reinhardt is very comfortable at completing and converting. Taylor Jackson, throughout his Reinhardt career, he's made the most out of those 2-minute drill situations. Can you give this offense one more chance to do something that they've been very good at over the course of Jackson's career?
2 minutes exactly to play at the break. 24-18, 6-point game. Thanks for being with us all night long. Follow the Southeast Sports Network at SESN Sports. We do prep football. We do pro side soccer. Had the privilege of joining Atlanta United for their friendly against Belize this morning. Great coverage. Jason Longshore on the call for that. Again, that's at SESN Sports. You can follow Lorenzo and I on social media as well. 2 minutes to go, 24-18. From the shotgun, nice give, big plowing hit. Reinhardt's Eagles are trying to stop him. He rolls forward for an impressive 6 yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 4. The football just beyond the 35. They're going to spot him on top of the 35. They need the 39.
And I'm not going to take any credit away from Cornejo for staying up and plowing his feet into the turf. But Saylor Toll, number 77, the center, giving him some assistance trying to push the pile.
It's a little briefing there's a different perspective when we come out to each room.
Great turnout tonight in Cumberland.
Can it be repaired or does it need to be replaced?
Big crowd. These fans are very passionate about their Phoenix. 151 to go, 24-18. Reinhardt trailing to Cumberland. Back in Lebanon, Tennessee, 151 to play in a 6-point game. Escapes the first. In trouble and dropped at the 25. 144 on the clock. Running now at 142, it stops. 24-18. Reinhardt trails to the Phoenix. It's 4th down and long.
He escaped the first man, but he could not escape Nathaniel Sanford. Sanford is having a great game for this Reinhardt defensive line, stepping up on multiple occasions. That the biggest stand of the game because it gives Reinhardt a chance to execute a 2-minute drill.
They called him out. They caught that right away on the clock. They move it back to 145. Football is spotted at the 26-yard line of Cumberland. Special teams unit coming on for the Phoenix. Tim Mathis sending on his group. Reinhardt needs the improbable. Cumberland should be a routine shutdown on the back end of a game.
You would think so, but again, this Reinhardt team, over the course of Jackson's career, they made a living on 2-minute drill situations.
Sent away by our punter. Eagles man back deep, fielded at the 29 for a fair catch. So Reinhardt will need 71 yards for any chance of winning this one.
So if you want to see an example of what I'm referring to of Reinhardt in these type of situations in Jackson's career, how about Cumberland's, the game against the University of the Cumberlands from last season? In a very similar situation, Reinhardt was trailing by 3 points. Taylor Jackson drove them all the way down the field and threw a strike to Cedric Cullors for a touchdown. They were able to come out victorious in that game. So Jackson, he's used to being a hero for the Eagles. Does he have anything left in him? Can he put the cape on one last time?
Timeout on the field. Reinhardt University next hits the road and will take on the Southeastern Fire. Promises to be a great matchup for this Eagles side. A couple of great matchups in the wings, pun intended, for these Phoenix.
I would be remiss, sorry
Eagles.
Gabe, would be remiss if I didn't bring this up. Shout out to SG and the Chief tuned in at home. Shout out to SG and the Chief.
What's that?
Those that know.
I don't know. Reinhardt, following their tussle with Southeastern on the road, will host Lindsey Wilson on the 20th. We'll have full coverage of that on the Southeast Sports Network at SESN Sports. And then Union Commonwealth, the Bulldogs, on October 4th to kick off Halloween month. Also, we'll battle Bluefield and Pikeville at home. Long year for this Reinhardt side. Another tough year in AAC play. 1:39 to go. 6 points separate us. Reinhardt needs a touchdown. You said it. They need the heroics of number 9. Jackson in the shotgun. Pressure comes. Throws quickly. Picked off from the 40, the 30, the 20. Down over the 10. House call. Touchdown! Taken to the house by Quavian Carter.
And right when the Eagles needed to make magic happen, the Cumberland Phoenix slamming the door shut on Reinhardt and putting the nail in the coffin, taking a 2-possession lead.
The redshirt sophomore from Georgia, transfer from Highland Community College, puts this one to bed. 90 seconds to play, 30-18, Cumberland leads.
What?
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
Back for the PAT. 30-18, Cumberland scored a pick six, 90 seconds to play. This is the point after try. No.
Extra point, no good.
We're back in Lebanon, Tennessee, 90 seconds to play. 30-18, Cumberland out ahead. I think the kicker's mom is sitting in front of us.
I hope not. We weren't laughing at your son, I promise you. But for Reinhardt, tough way for that to end for them. Taylor Jackson, a gutsy performance.
Seriously, yeah, great under pressure today. A lot of pressure.
Very gutsy performance, so very tough way for that to end for him. But he gave his team a chance all the way until the end.
Return number 16.
Eagles return this.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Offside on the kicking team. Oh my. We're going to assess the penalty from the previous spot. 5-0 from the weak kick.
If you couldn't hear that, offside on the kicking team, the call.
If you're the Eagles, there's still 1:20 left on the clock. Maybe if you can get a big play here, potentially force an onside kick situation. For the Phoenix, they've been very aggressive throughout this game. When it comes to trying to put pressure on the quarterback, I would expect them to really lay back and have 8 people defending in the back. So it's going to be up to some of those Reinhardt wideouts to make plays happen.
.80 seconds to go. 30-18. Cumberland sends this back underway. Eagle return man across the 15, trapped in a convoy and goes down. 1:15 to go on the clock.
But how about this Cumberland Phoenix defense? Reinhardt had a long drive. It looked like they were going to potentially tie the game up, maybe even take the lead. They had 1st and 10 right near the 20-yard line, and it was number 8, Cannon Johnson, who came up with that big-time sack of Taylor Jackson that completely flipped momentum.
Quick toss. Jackson's pass caught down along the 40-yard line. 69 seconds to play.
And I'd expect to see more of that defensively for the rest of this game from the Phoenix. They only had 2 guys rushing on the edge on that play. It's 96 Josh Jones and number 40 Tavarius Pitts. Trying to make something happen on the edge. That Cumberland Phoenix defense, again, so aggressive. You can tell they took things to a different level in that second half. They were flying around, making plays. They were celebrating everything. Yes, they had a few personal fouls in there, but that's to be expected when a team is playing as hard as they were defensively.
Eagles man is upended out of play. 63 seconds on the clock now. Yeah, some really good performances. You know, Johnson, a total of 20 tackle for loss yards. Had 3 different tackles for loss, 10 total tackles. 8 tackles today for Hannah. He looked really good. Just incredible. Really good at the secondary, but the linebackers and the defensive line also brought great pressure. Quick toss, bobbled and dropped. And so Reinhardt facing a 4th and short situation with 57 seconds to play. 2 sacks for Johnson, 1 for Harris. And of course, the big pick 6.
Incredible is a good term to use for the way that Cumberland performed defensively. But Reinhardt, they met the challenge head on. They didn't wilt. They gave themselves a chance right down the wire. But the Phoenix just proving to be too much.
Quick toss. This is going to find the grass. Holtzclaw likely to end his day 8 for 17, an INT and a touchdown. 99 yards, 47%. On the ground, Cornejo, 124 yards. Powered these Phoenix to the win on offense. 35 for Hatcher, he was really good. 27 for Abston, the backup quarterback. Holtzclaw had 15 himself. Reinhardt defensively, 9 tackles for O'Lighton and Jones, 8. 10 NTFL yards for Olayton as well. 1st and 10. Quick outlet pass. I think this might be the first college football game in this league for some of these fans here at Cumberland. I can't tell you how many times I've sat through a similar fourth quarter where the clock is constantly being adjusted. Down inside. Reinhardt quickly, 22 seconds to play. Jackson. Calling an audible. 13 seconds. Flag flies. Jackson incomplete.
Incomplete. Flag on the play.
Also on defense today for Reinhardt, a sack for Olayton and Sanford. 1 each. Couple of pass breakups today for Peters. Brighton looked really good. And the INT for Jones. Call is against Cumberland, 9 seconds to play. Taylor Jackson, as it stands, 42% of the day, 178 yards and a touchdown. Faced immense pressure in the pocket. Tried all kinds of tricks, and as you've seen even here on this drive, those short passes just aren't connecting for some reason. 9 seconds to go, 1st and 10 following the flag. 49 yards for Curtis, 41 for Gant. Touchdown for Polk. Jackson in trouble and taken down for the big sack. 3 seconds to go, and that'll wrap it up.
And a fitting end to the game for this Cumberland Phoenix defense. They put a ton of pressure on Taylor Jackson the entire game. So what better way for them to end it than with one last sack?
Cumberland Phoenix are able to hold on and come through with a nice win. And so just to wrap up those stats, on the ground, 45 yards for Colbert, Walker with 27, 19 for Diamond, Jackson with 27, scored a touchdown. He was extremely productive today. Lorenzo, any final thoughts on this one for Cumberland and Reinhardt?
Reinhardt, they gave everything they had. They fought hard until the end. They stayed in the fight. They met the challenge physically that Cumberland presented. In the end, Cumberland making the plays when they mattered most, and it was Cannon Johnson who proved to be the difference in the game.
Really, really nice performance for these two sides. Reinhardt University travels to Southeastern next week. Looking forward to catching you next time. Be sure to connect with us on social media at SCSN Sports. For the Phoenix, for the Eagles, I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from Lebanon, Tennessee. Thank you for being with us on the Southeast Sports Network. Your final, 30-18 Cumberland.
Some might ask, what's the hurry? But if it's the difference between getting McDonald's breakfast and settling for a Big Mac, well, run like the wind.
Sit in the hip like, whenever you tip them up, got to sit in the hip like,
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's like that.
Got it, it stays fair.
Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we bring it to you. It's like that.
You don't have to wear a uniform for service or sacrifice. Every day, ordinary Americans perform extraordinary acts of courage and selfless service. Please join us in recognizing citizen heroes who have made a difference in the lives of others through their acts of courage and selfless service in communities across America. Nominate a citizen hero today at themedalofhonor.com.
Welcome back to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. Tony, what do you think?
Quincy, it's 2 a.m. You have school tomorrow. Get some rest.
See you tomorrow, Saquon.
You got it, Kwesi.
His name is Quincy. The crowd goes wild.
Hey, Quincy.
Quincy! Your son's fantasies are going to destroy my house.
Spin move. Quincy, take the snap. Hike. Here comes Fred Warner.
I'm open.
He's got Jefferson.
All right. Hit the gritty?
Nah, hit the Quincy.
Where is that boy going?
Nobody was little number.
Oh no!
Bring it, little man.
Cam Jordan.
I'll see you tomorrow, Kwesi.
Quincy's in trouble.
I got you.
He pitches into Saquon. No! My ball!
That's on you, bro. Besides, I'm not even real.
Is this your ball? What's your name?
Quincy.
Kwesi. I'm OC. I know that look. I know that dream. I had the same one. See, Kwesi, doesn't have to be a dream anymore. Doesn't matter where you're born, as long as you're born to play.
Just making sure you were real.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Mental health plays a massive role in professional soccer and in sports in general. We're all here to support each other. We're all here to help each other, and you never know what somebody is going through, whether it's on the field or off the field. For me, mental health plays a huge role when it comes to goalkeeping, because a lot of times the game is not near me and not near the goalkeeper, and it's important that I stay calm and stay ready and stay connected to the team even when the play is not by me.
Once upon a time, there was a girl with golden locks. You know what? Maybe it was like a
rugged, woodsy dude.
Yeah. The beds were too hard, the chairs were too soft, the porridge was too... This Goldilocks wanted something tastier.
Those look just right.
First, he drove the Ram 2500 Rebel to pick up some dinner.
Too hot!
Ow! Some really big dinner.
Tastes like chicken.
Next, he took the Ram Charger deep into the woods to flex his artistic muscles.
That was the village tree.
Then, completely abandoning the narrative, he fired up the Ram RHO for a little joyride.
Time to jump a volcano.
What about the 3 bears?
This is my story.
But yeah, the bears were there. And they all lived happily ever after. Sorta.
Our South Carolina story is told through love. We always felt the need to take a moment for ourselves, and the ocean has always drawn us closer. Charleston was such a romantic destination, with its ancient oaks and beautiful walking paths through town. But we love hiking too, and Greenville gave us a perfect view. This is our South Carolina story. What's yours?
A barbecue bacon QPC from McDonald's.
Oh, you mean the injury special? I'll play you for it. I've been waiting for you, OG. And if I win, McDonald's on me.
Oh, you know my game, right?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Let them know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, vámonos. Let's get it. I got something for you, Elise.
All right, let me see it. Let me see it.
Ooh. All right. Yo, Stewie, winner takes the bag. You know that meal is already mine. Golly. Right here with you. Right here with you.
I see y'all.
What's that?
Big Mama?
Made mine a double QPC, but a double queen.
All right. Now she blocked it. Sure.
It's a basket. It's a basket.
Ready?
Yep.
Looks like we're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, twin.
Nothing but net.
Get the injury special at McDonald's.
Cheers.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah. Groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.